Okay, let's start this all over again. And YouTube, don't you dare frick this up. Hello, Wally fan. Okay, now at least I know some people are joining. Jesus, I don't know what YouTube did. That was so stupid. Hey, JB Films. Which is better, Barney and Friends or Tweenies? Barney and Friends, because Tweenies is a very boring show. Hello, Bubba. Can you see this? Hey, I was wondering why you were silent. There was something going on with the chat. I'm sorry, I could not control it. YouTube was basically falling asleep at that point. So I'm gonna have to restart the 2 hours all over again. So I'm gonna have to end this at 5:15. So I'm not gonna do an extra half hour. What's your thoughts on Special Agent Oso? I've seen it. I don't think it's that interesting, to be honest. And plus that purple girl's kind of weird too. So I would say it's all right. Yeah. I've been trying to ask this for the last few minutes. Okay, go ahead. That's okay. Sometimes things happen. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. I was silent for like half an hour and I was like, "Oh no, no one's texting anything. This is weird." Have you seen Toy Story 5? Yes, I have, and I'll admit, I think it's a decent watch. Some people like Brick have been saying like the movie the movie sucks and it's like another cash grab for Disney, but I don't think so. I think it's a decent movie. I also texted. You mean commented. This is not like Instagram or Twitter or something. I'm actually glad all of you like came on right away when I immediately started. that's like that's like a major improvement from the other one. And to be fair though, I didn't like how it went anyway, so restarting was fine with me. By the way, the characters in Special Agent also has done lots of crimes. What about that yellow bear? Has he done lots of crimes? Yeah, I agree. Toy Story 5 is not that bad. The first three Toy Story movies are the best ones. It doesn't beat those. It's understandable. Not gonna lie, but I'd rather watch Little Bill than Horrid Henry. Understandable. I'm sure my friend Aaron would agree with that. My bad. Actually meant to say commented. Okay, at least you, like, fixed your mistake. For example, direct quote from an episode, "Today's training experience spy on Dottie without letting her see you." I never seen that one, actually. What happened? I don't know, some weird glitch. I hate both shows. Yeah, I agree. Little Bill, again, my friend Aaron likes it, but I'm not a big fan of it. I would definitely take that over Horrid Henry any day though. Are you excited for Shrek 5? Um, let's see. I don't mind Shrek. I'm not a huge fan of him, but the movie has some promise. I know the animation for some say that it looks hideous, but I don't think it looks that bad. Shrek might look kind of ugly, but it's not too terrible. At least it's not like the first version of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Oh my god, that looked hideous. Never watched a full episode of Little Bill, and I'm glad I didn't. Oh wow. Is there anything about Timu Mizumi you like? Um, the only thing I like is Bot, mainly because he's voiced by the same guy that voices Joe from Blue's Clues. And it's kind of weird how he makes Bot sound exactly like his Blue's Clues character. Do you think Shrek from SML is gross? I mean, yeah, he does that toilet thing and he eats something that's not really that good. So, yeah. But I will say it is kind of funny how he calls Mario Donkey. That is hilarious, if that's the right word to describe it. Are you excited for Bluey the movie coming out in 2027? Um, no, because I'm not a fan of Bluey. Bot scares me. SML is stupid. I agree. Frick SML. Though, if you like SML, that's fine. I can handle your opinion, but I'm not a fan of SMO anymore. There are a few videos I like every now and again. Like there's that Blues Clues one that they made quite recently. That one's pretty funny, but minusing the Jeffy, Rose, and Marvin scenes, like really, those names suck. The voice exactly the same guy who played Cat Rat. Okay then. I can't believe I even used to like them. Yeah, I guess. In the episode Ready for Takeoff, Bot can extend his robot jaw. Doesn't he like do that whenever he eats like a huge sandwich or something? I've seen that before. In the episode Umi Cops Bot Umi Cops Bot has a robot nose. Oh, does he now? Oh, that's disturbing. What would you do if you were in charge of Nickelodeon? Simple. Bring back the classics. And stop wearing that stupid yellow thing with rectangle pants at 24 hours straight. And in one of the snow episodes, Bot transforms into I think you meant to say sphere. You're joking, right? What's your opinion on the Angry Birds movie? There's a third one that's gonna come up. Now, I like Angry Birds, like the game itself, and the theme is kind of catchy and cute. Yeah. I'm not too big of a fan of the movies though. I've seen quite a bit of the first one, and I'm not really. It's not something I'm interested in, so I would say I don't like them. I'm hoping Bubble Guppies were replaced with Santiago. Yeah, since you're so freaking obsessed with that dumb pirate show. I mean, it's a little bit better than Jake and the Neverland Pirates, but still, it's not a good show. Yep, Bot did that when he ate a sandwich. I thought so. Speaking of SpongeBob, what's your thoughts on the episode I'm Stupid? Now, I've seen certain users rant about that episode. Like there's the one by Mr. Enter. He hated that one, but yet other people like Pie Guy Rules, he likes the episode, and it is a classic. Though I'll say this, I didn't really like how SpongeBob was treated in that episode. Like basically Patrick and his parents would like constantly make fun of him, saying that he's the stupid one, and that was the whole shtick of the episode. SpongeBob was meant to play stupid, but Patrick thinks he's really stupid. It's like, nah. I didn't really like that, but the episode itself is pretty funny, so it's decent. It's definitely better than the later episodes, that's for sure. Later season episodes. Do you think Nickelodeon should pull the plug on all Nickelodeon channels and shut them down? Yes. I quote Walden right now. Yes, yes, yes. It's worse than the Smurfs, and it's worse than Mutant Mayhem. All right. I'm eating a fruit by the foot while watching. You don't really need to like say that stuff, but that's nice to know. Bubble Guppies and Tsumumizumi are definitely way better than Paw Patrol, that's for sure. I don't like either, but I still agree with that opinion. Fun fact: the episode was written by Chowder's creator C.H. Greenblatt. Um, the Umi Cops episode again, the Umi Cops episode. I think. I don't know. I most likely. I agree. Bubble Guppies and Tsumumizumi. I mean, I don't mind them. They're classic. They're not really classic by any means. Well, Tsumumizumi kinda, but Bubble Guppies, no, not really. I'm hoping T-Nick will replace the episode Henry Danger in Side Hustle. Episode? Don't you mean show? Oh, you mean I'm with... okay. Yeah, because that makes sense, because C.H. Greenblatt did write episodes for the show. I forgot that. What's your opinion on Despicable Me and the Minions movies? They're okay. Like, I know the Minions are very popular characters, but they could get annoying every now and then. Yeah, I will say they're fine. They're not the best things in the world, obviously, but yeah, they're okay. I don't mind them. No, don't shut down Nickelodeon channels. I really wanted those and that SpongeBob I hated it, and that's why Paw Patrol I like it. Dude, it's okay if you like Paw Patrol, but do you really want them to just spam it 24/7? I mean, Paw Patrol's not that good. You have better Nick Jr. shows, Blue's Clues, Jack's Big Music Show, The Upside Down Show, Franklin. What else? What else? Little Bear, I guess, and stuff like that. Those shows are better than Paw Patrol. What's your opinion on Snoop Dogg? I like the guy. I actually do. His songs are pretty cool. My favorite song is the next episode, especially at the end where he says, "Smoke the W word every day." Honestly, I think Nick at Night's hours should be slashed, or just get rid of them altogether because you're only showing that stupid show. This week, Nick Pluto TV has been airing a marathon of SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, why am I not surprised? Well, I guess it makes sense because SpongeBob's anniversary, but come on. Actually bring in some other shows. And I did see the like fan made, not fan made, the real schedules you've been posting, especially for Nick Jr. And when I saw it, I was disappointed. Like I really missed it when they had Blue's Clues. And yeah, they did have it to replace Blue's Clues and You, the reboot, but still. After a while, they just got rid of them altogether. That wasn't very smart thinking. I really hope they bring it back for the 30th anniversary, but we're gonna see. Can Nicktoons replace SpongeBob with Rugrats 2021 with SpongeBob moving to midnight? I don't know what to tell you. What's your opinion on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? I like it. It's kind of a classic. Most of the episodes, with a few exceptions, was from seasons 1 through 3, the golden age of the show. Okay. So that I'll actually accept. Because those are the good era. That's a good era of the show. And yes, even though I have lost interest in SpongeBob, I do like those first 3 seasons. They are classics. Steven, he's right. He's not wrong. I mean, if the Nickelodeon channel shut down, but knowing the company, they will not shut down Nickelodeon channels. Yep. Do you remember Recess? Yeah, but I don't watch it. But it looks okay. Yeah, I agree. We need Blue's Clues back. Mm-hmm. I don't mind to SpongeBob. Just add in some freaking shows. I agree. I freaking agree. Everyone should agree with you on that. Like I mentioned in my post when I made the Nicktoons schedule more like the weekend schedule for GSN. You can have 7 to 8 freaking hours of the show, but that is it. You gotta throw in some other shows because no kid or anyone in this whole freaking world is gonna sit down on their butt and watch SpongeBob 24/7. That's not gonna happen. Not even the true SpongeBob fans are gonna do that. That's just not happening. Maybe they're thinking, oh, maybe they're just gonna tune into like 1 or 2 or even 3 or 5 hours, like every like splitting throughout the days. Okay, but the whole day? No. I agree with someone. Good. That's one person on your side, or 2 people if you count me. I think Blaze and the Monster Machines is just as bad as Paw Patrol. I agree. I agree. Can Nick and Knight air George Lopez replacing Friends? I wish. I freaking wish. I like Henry Danger, but T. Nick. Bring back Drake and Josh, iCarly, Kenan and Kel, and all those shows. Yes. I agree. Like, I don't know why they're just airing Henry Danger. Oh, because it's for the money. So, you don't have anything new for Henry Danger, so what's the point? And I think Thursday, 2 or 3 episodes with Patchy the Pirate aired in a row. Shanghai, You Wish, SpongeBob BC, and the last episode with that SpongeBob betrayed us. Me. Oh gosh. How does the Nickelodeon channel still doing good in ratings after being spammed? I have no freaking clue. Can they replace Bluey with JoJo Circus? That was a Playhouse Disney show from the 2000s. I doubt it, but I don't think they even have the rights to that show anymore. Unfortunately, there are some people out there that still watch 24 hours of a show, even defending the schedules. Well, only someone as good as, like, let's say Jimmy Snowden or Colbert Awesome will actually not do that. Like, again, if you like SpongeBob, that's fine, but I don't think anyone in the whole freaking world is gonna actually watch 24 hours. Like, unless if you don't have a life, then sure, but you gotta have a life. Everyone has to have a life. We can't watch TV 24/7. That's just not gonna happen. I actually have insane nostalgia for Blaze and Team Umizoomi. Interesting. Well, Team Umizoomi I can understand, but Blaze I think came out around the mid 2010s. Like, yeah, like around that area. Like, it was never on Noggin, that's for sure, but it from what I could remember, I think it came out around that time. Also, PBS Kids, I mean, at least it's not that bad. At least we have Arthur and other cartoons. Yeah, but to be honest, I think PBS Kids really started to die once they got rid of stuff like Bob the Builder, Barney and Friends, like Pingu, Kipper, Thomas and Friends, the best show on the freaking channel, and stuff like that. If I was in charge of Nickelodeon, I will get rid of Teen Nick, and I should make Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., and Nick at Night run 8 hours, and I would bring back the Nick Rewind, and I would keep Nicktoons. See, you do a better job than Amanda Dodge or whatever her name is. I love Arthur. Who doesn't love Arthur? Like, I don't love the show, but I think it's okay. And now that you brought that up, I actually might do a commentary on my PBS Kids shows. Yeah, that's what I was thinking all this time. So tune into that. Stay tuned. What do you think? What do you think the Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery merger? How it should be stopped, and what do you think they should do? Simple. They shouldn't merge. Period. Like, what's the point of merging them? What? So they can air The Amazing World of Gumball on Nickelodeon? No, that's stupid. It would be nice for, people that would make fan made shows. You know how they would like make certain shows that don't belong to channels, and they would like put them on there. Like, for example, The Loud House on Cartoon Network, Ed, Edd and Eddy on Nickelodeon, Courage the Cowardly Dog on Nickelodeon, Danny Phantom on Cartoon Network. Just some random examples. But yeah, they should not do it. Maybe the 20s of all of that will be airing on T-Nick. 20s? Don't you mean 90s? I know you can't see the full schedules, but can you improve Nick and Nick Jr. Pluto's TV schedules? Maybe. I'll see. Actually, Blaze came out in 2014 when I was 3 years old. Oh. Okay, so now I see what you mean by your childhood. Okay. But Blaze came out around the time when I was like 11 or 12, so obviously it's not part of my childhood because I never seen the show and I never will. I was really happy when PBS Kids removed Caillou. I agree with you. Caillou sucks. Easily the worst show on the channel. SpongeBob killing us and stab us in the back. Okay then. Oh wow, there's a lot. Okay. I was 7 when Blaze came out. Oh. Alright, so you were born around 2007, I guess. That's nice. Sprout is my childhood. Oh yes, Sprout. Who couldn't forget Sprout? Yeah, who couldn't forget Sprout? Sprout is like a childhood gem right there. I love it. What's your opinion on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the one with Will Smith? Yeah, I've heard of that. Um, I haven't seen the show really, but I do like the intro. Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and my dad said the moon just sit right there on how much I Prince of Bel Air. That's a classic right there. I like the intro. It's a banger. It's a great show. Opinion handled. You know how I watch Disney Channel the most out of the big 3 channels? Well, would you believe me if I said there was a point where I watch a channel other than Disney Channel a lot? Hmm. All right. Don't really know how to answer that, but yeah. No, 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 no. You can't replace Nick Jr., Nicktoons, T Nick, or Nick at Night. Please, is my channel like Paw Patrol for something? Dude, they can shut it down if they wanted to. And if you want to watch Paw Patrol, get Paramount Plus. Watch it all you want. But come on. From the day I was born, mid 2017, I watched Nick Jr. more than Disney Channel slash Junior. Ah, yes, 2017 Nick Jr. Back when they had good stuff like Dora, Diego, Wonder Pets, Backyardigans, Blue's Clues, Little Bear, and stuff like that. And I know some of those shows aren't even that good, but comparing to Paw Patrol, they are at least somewhat decent. Caillou, I mean, yeah, I watched back in the day on PBS Kids. It used to be a fun cartoon, but thank God PBS Kids decided to remove it. It's like, well, that cartoon was fun while it lasted, in which the show wasn't fun at all because it sucks. And I quote Boris. Imagine if he said something like, Caillou, how dare you get your show canceled off of PBS Kids? That's it. You are grounded, 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 grounded for 10 million, billion, trillion Googleplex years. Go to your room now. Oh, God. And PBS Kids is way better than Universal Kids, honestly. I agree, 100%. Do you know the Disney show Kick Buttowski? I do, but I've never seen it. I haven't like properly watched it. The reason why the merger is happening because they want to turn CNN to Trump, a network, not to mention David Ellison is friends with Trump. You've got to be kidding me. The president of like Paramount Pictures or like what is it? I guess Paramount Pictures or something. Um yeah, let's just say that Paramount Pictures is friends with the current president of the United States of America. That's crazy. Like how okay, well, I guess that's why people say he's a bad person because yeah, Trump has been doing a lot of bad things to America lately, so I'm not surprised. Or you could watch Paw Patrol on Pluto TV. Yeah, there you go. I don't have the money for Paramount Plus. No money means no animation, like Chowder does. Oh my gosh. I think the reason they air SpongeBob Shanghai 3 times on Nicktoons is Tom Kenny reviewed 3 endings, the one of Who Gets the Wish. Wait a minute. I think that's a good way, because, like, wait. So, one of the airings was Squidward's ending, one of the airings was Patrick's ending, and the third airing is SpongeBob's ending. That is a great way of putting it. Oh my gosh. I don't know if they actually really did that, but if they did, oh my goodness, that makes perfect sense. Well, Pluto TV is free, so you can watch it on Pluto TV. By the way, who do you think should have gotten the wish in Shanghai? Alright, I'm gonna read all of these other comments and I'll come back to it. What about Nick Jr. shut down the channel? I'll never say goodbye to Nick Jr. ever again. And what about T Nick will be shut down the channel and I would never say goodbye to T Nick. Dude, they're only showing The Loud House and Henry Danger. Do you really want to watch those shows 24/7? Like, both of those shows suck. At least in my opinion. I think it's time to get this off my chest. I think the what? The what? The what? The what? I would do to Nickelodeon is shut down T-Nick and replace Nick at Night with Nick Rewind on the Nickelodeon channel and keep Nicktoons and some stuff on Nicktoons and more old show on Nick Jr. Okay then. To be honest, Disney Channel's current schedules are way better than Nickelodeon in general. I agree to that. I was so sad when Nicktoons is going to get shut down. I remember back in the day, and now they're showing Sponge Crud Poopy Pants. And add Nick at Night. I turn it on to go to bed and watch George Lopez at night. And the airing Friends. Man, this guy does not make any sense, does he? Oh, we got the guy that doesn't want to be mentioned on here. Hi. I think Teen Nick airing The Loud House is so stupid. I freaking agree. Like, it's a cartoon. Cartoons don't belong to Teen Nick. Are these people that freaking dumb? Oh my god. I like Teen Nick when it had a host of the channel. Yeah, remember Stick Stickly? The same guy that is played by Moose from Noggin, Paul Christie? Yeah, he is a coming next on Nick Jr. Burr, burr, burr. No, wait, that's what Nick Jr. face says. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Loud House don't belong to T Nick. About Disney, have you heard that they are moving their classic block to Disney XD. But wait, do you mean like only the cartoons? Because obviously live action doesn't belong to Disney XD. If so, then no, I haven't. But that sounds pretty cool. Fun fact. On Nick Jr. Pluto TV for like a week in July 2024, the first hour of the schedule was the Nick Jr. show. To be honest, I feel like they should do this again to make it feel more like regular Nick. Wow, I actually didn't know that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Dora the Explorer or Paw Patrol or even that stupid pink thing that goes Peppa Pig. Shut down Nickelodeon channels. Yeah, that's coming from the same guy that said he doesn't want them to shut down. Like, make up your mind, dude. Which is better, American Dad or Futurama? I haven't seen much of either. Like, I've talked about American Dad earlier, actually, in a deleted video now. To say it again, I don't watch American Dad too often, aside from the intros, of course. The different intros they had and some clips. Futurama, on the other hand, aside from the Simpsons crossover episode, I don't really watch much. Let's just say Futurama. Why not? It's not that good of a show, but I think it's somewhat tolerable. I think I heard that. They are airing live action shows. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, I haven't seen. Well, yeah, I've been looking at your channel and even Rocky Rocks' Twitter. I haven't seen you guys post about that. If you have, I'm gonna check it out. But if you haven't, please post about it. I need to look at this. No, it's not. Bluey is airing on Disney Channel. It's worse than the time Nicktoons ear SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, man. Yes, they're airing That's So Raven. Oh, are they also airing the other ones that aired on Disney Channel, like Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, maybe The Sweet Life on Deck, and others? Okay, so yeah. Bubba, I will get to it, but many people are are commenting stuff right now, and I don't want to like stay silent again. So I'm trying to be more entertaining here. Let's see. I think Nick Cannon once host T Nick. Yeah, I think he I think he hosted all that. I'm not. Wait. Maybe he did host T Nick, huh? Yeah. It was Paw Patrol. Fun fact, Disney XD did have live action originals. Oh, did they now? It doesn't make a lot of sense because cartoons belong on there, but then again, Nicktoons aired live action shows too, so I guess it's not too bad. Yeah. The 20s of all that needs to host a block link that's from the Loud House. Dude, it's 90s of all that, not 20s. Do you prefer the Beavis and Butthead news show or classic? Obviously the classic, but I don't mind the new show. It's actually decent. It holds the same. It has the same amount of source material that's from the original. Futurama is better than The Simpsons nowadays. All right, opinion handled. What's your thoughts on Rocket Power? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen much. I have watched it back when Nick Rewind was still a thing. I thought it was interesting. It was okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to answer Bubba's question here. So, I'll come back to your guys' comments later. So I think he asked about the 3 different endings of Shanghai and who would have got who deserved the wish more. So let's see here. Let's go over the wishes really quick. So Squidward's wish was wishing that he never met SpongeBob and Patrick in the first place, and they ended up having SpongeBob and Patrick SpongeBob and Patrick introduce themselves, and Squidward's like, "That's not what I meant." that was pretty funny, but yeah, despite how ridiculous it was, at the same time though, Squidward, like when he found out that they got 3 wishes, Patrick used the first one, SpongeBob used the second one. He was like, "Well, the last one you owe me because you were the one that got me into this mess." And even when he was chosen, it was like, Squidward, you get a wish, a great big wish. That's right. So despite him actually deserving it, his wish was just awful. I don't. It was funny, but I don't think it was really the best. Honestly, well, I guess it's kind of up there. So that one might be the one, but we have to go through the other two, obviously. Now, Patrick's wish for Patrick, he wished for gum. Gum? And his reason for that was, well, if we're going to be here all night, we might as well have fresh breath. That one is definitely dead last. No. No. I mean, his point is all right, but come on, you're about to be eaten and you wish for freaking gum. Are you kidding me? And then, of course, SpongeBob's wish was the true ending of the episode. Um, he wished for the Dutchman to be a vegetarian just so he wouldn't eat Squidward, Patrick, and SpongeBob. Now, that one was a successful ending, but you guys are going to be shocked for my opinion, but I'm going to have to choose Squidward. Yes, as ridiculous as it was, they did it in such a funny way possible that I can't hate him for like making that wish. They did it very extremely funny that like oh my gosh, he could have been the one. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say word. Okay, let's move on here. My peaking nostalgia gets back on Disney XD. All right then. Peppa Pig is one of my favorite cartoons. It's way better than Bluey. Well, you seem to talk about Bluey a lot. I thought you liked that show better, but okay. What's your opinion on the Madagascar movies? I like them. They're classics. When it comes to Grizzly and Lemmings, it feels like a classic, but it's not a classic. That's really weird. It's not classic. It's not. I don't know why you keep thinking it's a classic. Maybe because you think it's like Tom and Jerry. Okay, but it's not a classic. Imagine if Bob's Burgers and King of the Hill had a crossover. Oh my god, that'd be freaking dope, actually. I couldn't imagine what they'd be like. Oh, here I am trying to find my house, but now I'm at a freaking burger place with, like, colors and stuff. Ah, Dad, you're supposed to have colors. Everything has colors. Oh, shut up, Bobby. No one asked you. Hello, welcome to Bob's Burgers. How can I help you? Hi, do you have any, burgers here? Oh my god. I knew you'd approach a stupid character. Like, dude, in the title, of course we have burgers. Oh, sorry, I lost my glasses, so I couldn't see it. So yeah, I'll have a burger. I don't know. That's just a randomized example. Looks like Team Rocket's blast over to Disney XD. Oh, I see. Because Pokemon. I get it. I think Disney XD is trying to air other shows to see how well it does in views. I mean, they have aired Lilo and Stitch the series for God knows how long, so yeah, it makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and start the schedules at 4. Yeah, that's it. I feel like Squidward should have gotten the wish. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I think it's an amazing show. Not sure what show you're talking about, but yeah. I think it would have been a good idea if they brought back 90s or All That or Nick Rewind to the T-Nick channel or main channel. T-Nick channel would make sense, but the main channel, not really. Wait, 90s or All That? Why am I thinking the original All That? I think, no, the 90s or All That is a block. That's the original name before they changed it to Nick Splat and Nick Rewind. Okay. My apologies for the mistake. Yes, Jennifer Dodge needs to leave Nickelodeon. She's the CEO for Paw Patrol. Jennifer Dodge, that's her name. Why did I think Amanda Dodge? Santiago of the Seas, That Girl Lele, Rugrats 2021, Blue's Clues and You, the reboot. All That, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Big Nate, Arrowed on the Block, the 20s of All That. Dude, why do you keep calling it the 20s? It's the freaking 90s. But, okay, maybe this is your own block. I don't know why you're treating these blocks like they're real and stuff. They're fan made. I don't think many people care for your fan made. No offense, but Yeah, I don't know why you're honestly thinking these are like legit real blocks, but they're not. They're not. They're just your fan made channels. Like Nick Noggin. I do not like Nick Noggin. It's one of the worst fan made channels ever. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like the writer for SpongeBob and SpongeBob's ending was trying to write something completely different, but they just ended up going overboard. SpongeBob's ending is the only ending that has a twist. Oh, I find it funny how the only ending that had a twist just so happens to be the ending chosen. Oh yeah, because the other ones they would have gotten eaten. If Squidward's ending had the twist ending, I think that one would have been chosen, but they had to go for the yellow guy because everybody loves SpongeBob. Not everyone loves him. Bob and Hank would definitely get along. Yeah, I couldn't imagine them drinking that alcohol stuff and all that. Nintendo, not the animator for SML, has a great video on it, so I recommend watching it. Nintendo? Um, oh, you meant the endings. I'll see if I can watch it, but just in case if I can't find it, you might have to put a link in the description. Maybe not on the chat. When the stream ends, you can put it in the comments. I said this before. Be Cool Scooby Doo is more of a classic than Grizzly because it's Scooby. Yeah. It is a newer show, but Scooby has been classic since the late 60s, so yeah, I get it. I'll understand. On SpongeBob Day, they also reanimated the episode and showed the never before seen endings. Oh my gosh, seriously? See, I didn't even tune into this because I'm not a SpongeBob fan, and I'm trying to ignore it as much as I can, as much as possible. But I hope someone has a recording of it somewhere. I actually kind of want to tune into it or see it. For me, it's 5 p.m. Yeah. Oh, 2 hours. Okay, got it. You're talking about rocket power. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna ignore that one. I don't care about the 20s or all that. Back in the day, when I used to have Boomerang for free, well, only for a month before they take it off. Back in 2019, they aired a Boomerang class. When it aired in Boomerang, it felt like it was a classic. How? How is it a classic? It doesn't make sense. Besides, back in 2019, like around the first half, they had so many classics, especially CN originals. But around the second half, they just got rid of them, and the only old shows they had were the Smurfs, Garfield and Friends, Baby Looney Tunes, and Tom and Jerry. That's it. Everything else did not belong to the channel. That was terrible. Yes, I know I like Bob's Burgers. It's one of my favorite cartoons, an adult cartoon. Okay. Bob and Hank are such great good dads. Yeah. At least they're not like Peter that like farts on their daughter all the time. Like, what father does that? That's not how you treat your children. Oh my gosh. Peter is such a stupid dad. Homer is a good dad sometimes, but Peter is the worst. Again, agree. Peter's a stupid dad. What's your favorite character or favorite episode in Rock Power or Rugrats? Now, again, I have watched these shows, but I haven't watched them too often, so I'm not too familiar with them. But I guess for Rocket Power, I would say the first episode. Rugrats? Hmm. I don't know. I honestly don't really have a favorite. I obviously don't like the episodes where it just has Tommy by himself and him being a baby. Well, I get it. He's a baby, but he does like bad baby things. Like not even the characters from Baby Looney Tunes would do that. And that's the thing. Rugrats is basically a 90s version of Baby Looney Tunes. But I prefer that over Rugrats, in my opinion. Oh boy, here we go again. What if Dragon Ball Z Kai used to air on Disney XD? I don't know, but I don't care. Some of the people have actually reacted to Shanghai, and I think they said that they predicted SpongeBob's ending would have been the one chosen. Yeah, because again, every kid loves SpongeBob. And I was one of those kids back then, but now I don't like it anymore. Aside from the earlier seasons. Yeah. Do you know Colbert Blade 3200 is awesome? Not to be confused with Colbert Awesome. I think you meant to. Wait, is that like Flame King? Because I know he had multiple channels, and I don't really know what's his official main one. But if that's him, yeah, he's the guy that talks like, and I don't mean to make fun of him. I'm just trying to like trying to like make sure it's the right guy. So he's like, "Hey guys, this is Flame King Awesome. Boomerang sucks. You have frickin' Bunny on frickin' Boomerang, and you have frickin' Tom and Jerry show on frickin' Boomerang. That's not a frickin' show." I think that's the guy. But yeah, he's kind of cool. I don't really understand what he says a majority of the time, but he's not a bad user. He's okay with me. Have you seen Rick and Morty? Of course I have. It's the best show on Adult Swim, but it's okay. I prefer stuff like Bob's Burgers, Robot Chicken, Smiling Friends. I have seen quite a bit of that. It's kind of funny. Um, and um, and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say Bob's Burgers is my favorite show on the channel. Can you improve Boomerang schedule? Sure, why not? Gosh, I don't care about that. It must have been Tom and Jerry. I've been thinking. Yeah, like I said, it is kind of like a Tom and Jerry, like, I don't want to say spin-off. It's like a different version. I don't know. It's not a rip-off, that's for sure. My favorite episode is the one where Reggie gets casted on a live TV. Reggie's big beach break. Oh, interesting. I think Peter should be locked up for child abuse and Family Guy. I agree, and he should bring Brian too because he is a bad dog. Fun fact: I make those animations from Klasky Supo animations till this day. Oh, really? I didn't know you made animations. Intriguing. Be Cool Scooby Doo is a great show. It's way better than that stupid show called Velma. I don't agree that it's a good show. I think it sucks, but I will agree that it's better than Velma. Like Velma, oh my god, that show sucks. Oh my goodness. They took some of the best Scooby Doo characters and dumbed them down. Not to mention they kicked Scooby Doo off. Like, what did Scooby do? Literally, no pun intended. He's like, "What did I do? I didn't deserve to leave the show." I can't do a good Scooby impression. Nick at Night will be airing the Harry Potter movies in August since Paramount has the rights to air them now. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yes, Flame King. I figured. You know, it would be funny to see someone edit the versions of Shanghai that currently airs that includes Gary takes a bath to include those alternate endings. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, honestly. I hate Robot Chicken so much. Opinion handled. I love Smiling Friends. Remember when I showed clips? Yes, I remember that. I remembered I would call you the boss guy. Oh my gosh. That was so funny. I mean, you were kind of like him a little bit, but not really. That was so funny. I think one of my favorite clips was during the Halloween episode where some scary monster comes in and then they were like literally beating the crud out of him and like eating him, setting him on fire. Oh my gosh, that was so crazy. Oh my gosh. I'd love to see what the current ending would look like. Look if Patrick or Squidward's ending would have been chosen. Ah, yeah. That would be nice. I couldn't imagine what Patchy would say at the end though. He'd be like, "Well, that was a disturbing ending, but now it's time for fan mail," or something like that. And I must say, in the like redone versions, I really do not like how they made the lines for Patchy. It didn't like read his lips properly. And like he wasn't even lip syncing properly. So yeah. I didn't like that. The original version of those were way better. I will admit, I'm not a fan of the new season of Rick and Morty, even though the fans love the new season. I haven't even seen the new season. Like the newest like the most recent episode that's new that I've seen of Rick and Morty was the one where they actually went through the opening of their own theme song, and they were like flying around everywhere and trying to make comments about that. You actually you can actually know more if you watch Do Not's version of that episode when he talked about it. That was extremely hilarious. I love that. Do you think CN needs a new logo? I mean, judging what Do Not said, they should bring back the checkerboard logo and make it new. Um, I think the one they have right now is okay. I think it's fine. It's still a good logo. Though, fun fact, they actually did bring back the checkerboard logo in 2012 when they were like in the entire month of October when they were airing old and new shows. That was actually pretty cool. Fun fact: Pilot Boy Productions is the same company as Chappelle Show and Lori Lai, Queen of Mermaids, and other shows. I don't even know what the frick that is. Along with Boomerang. Yeah, Boomerang needs a new logo, definitely. The current one sucks. Both Be Cool Scooby Doo and Velma suck. Agreed. I wish Adult Swim would improve a bit. Yeah, I agree too. Adult Swim's schedule is god awful. I do not like it. The only Adult Swim original I like is Rick and Morty. Alright. I can handle your opinion. Again, I'm not a fan of Rick and Morty. It's not a bad show. What are your Taj Merther Random Fan? I have not heard of him. The reason why I hate Robot Chicken because all it does is ruin people's childhoods. That is a valid reason. I can understand that actually. There are some segments I do like from the show though that that are based off of shows I hate like Dora, Sesame Street. Yes, I don't really like Sesame Street. Please handle my opinion. Um, Wonder Pets. Uh, Not much else. Oh, the Paw Patrol one was funny. The Peppa Pig ones are funny. And I know they did a couple Blues Clues ones, but they honestly didn't ruin my childhood. I thought they were pretty funny. The one with Steve's testimony was kind of messed up, but um, at least they noticed that Joe would take over Steve's place, so at least that was still around. The ending with Mr. Salt having a phone and texting like Steve from prison is actually pretty funny. The first segment though, Blues Bad News, I would say it's kind of funny. Honestly, it's not bad. Of course, they also made some Thomas parodies too. The Blow Some Steam one, that one's funny. I like that. But overall, I do handle your opinion on that. Is it just me, or does the first season of Toon Mizumi feel kind of lonely? There weren't many and there weren't many animated characters besides the main ones. Oh yeah, and yeah, yeah, that is a little lonely. That is kind of weird in a sense. I don't know if you've seen Party TV's video on this, but he did make a video talking about the two villain characters, like Big Trouble and Little Trouble, that appeared in the final season, and the fact that the season series finale had a pretty dark ending to it. Um, yeah, those guys are kind of weird, but at the same time, though, they're a little cool. But I do agree with that statement. What the heck? Azuz X M8Y2. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's being very weird, so I'm gonna have to delete his comments. Guys, please, please, for love of God, don't do what he does. Like, what he did was extremely weird. In any case, he should be exposed. But then again, he didn't do what I did back then. Oh. But still, don't type stuff like that, please. Shanghai, the episode was done. I don't like it. Please, worst SpongeBob episode day ever comic book guy from the. Oh my gosh, Junior, your grammar. So bad. Like, like Bubba and some Wally fan also have autism, but even their grammar is actually good. And, well, Dylan's not so much, but at least he tries. And the cartoon koala brings up a good point, that is that in the first season, it is pretty consistent what the adult world was unaware of Timu Mizumi, a rule they eventually abandoned. Yeah, I remembered that video where he talked about two non-forgotten shows from Nick Jr., Timu Mizumi and Nihao Kailan. He says that those were the best ones. I disagree. Blue's Clues is definitely the best Nick Jr. show, no question. And it's kind of a shame that in his video, it was titled The Impact and Decline of Blue's Clues. So, judging by that, I think he does like the show, but of course, the later seasons not so much. In which I agree. Joe isn't a very good host. Steve is definitely better, but yeah. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, it's just kind of a shame that it didn't have a title like Blue's Clues, the best show on the channel or something. I mean, he did love the Upside Down show, so that's nice. That is a definite Nick Jr. noggin classic. But then again, it's his own opinion. SpongeBob is on Cartoon Network in South Korea. I'm not even kidding. I think I heard that. SpongeBob on Cartoon Network. Huh. I don't know if you guys knew, but sometimes on Cartoon Network they would actually air Alvin and the Chipmunks, the movies. And in the first movie, they actually played the SpongeBob intro. That's literally the closest, at least for now, where they're gonna air and have SpongeBob SquarePants on Cartoon Network, even if it's just the intro. But wait, they had some clips from Have You Seen the Snail on there, so yeah, that's also kind of close. Kind of close. I like regular show when they did lip syncing when Rick and Morty. Then Rick and Morty. Regular show is better, way better. Wait, Rick and Morty didn't have any lip syncing. What are you talking about? Remember Beavis and Butthead and Robot Chicken? Oh my gosh, how could I not? They had a couple episodes, like the one where they were with the Teen Titans, and another one where Beavis like reunited with Butthead, and then he turned to the Cornholio. Oh my gosh, they are a classic. I'm gonna skip. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. When it comes to Adult Swim, at least you can look at it more than Nickelodeon. Yeah, there is more variety. I can see what you mean, but the schedule's still not good. Yeah, I did see the video. As much as I like Shanghai and the endings might be funny, I feel bad for SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward at the same time. Do you also feel bad for them? And also, how did they return back home? And how? Yeah. Um. Yeah, I would say so. Like, um, it's no wonder why they didn't choose those ones because obviously, if their wish would have worked or not, the Flying Dutchman would still eat them. And that's pretty dark for a show. Like they didn't show him eating them on camera, but still, it's pretty dark for a Nickelodeon show. Um, I guess they wished themselves back home, even though this is not like, even though it's kind of like the Fairly Odd Parents. The funny part in SpongeBob's Side is when they go through the perfume department. Yeah, that is a funny scene, I'll admit. Especially that one scene when Patrick's wearing like a gas mask and then someone puts it off and another guy sprays him with that. That was clever. I like that. That comment from Steven reminds me of the comment Party TV brings up saying that they like Paw Patrol with terrible grammar. All right. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if I could like recite that comment as much as I can. So let's see. By Paw Patrol is one of the best show because I always like the TV show. I always like it. I always like watch it. I always like the toys, and also you're bad because stop talking about the Paw Patrol. The worst show Paw Patrol was not done. It is amazing. I will agree with him. That's like the best hate negative comment ever. Like the grammar's so bad, and yet, oh my gosh, the fact that Party TV didn't even get offended by it is pretty funny. And the fact that the same guy came back 3 years later and said, "Dude, I was like 5 or 6. Chill." That makes it even better. What's your thoughts on the SpongeBob episode Krusty Towers? Honestly, it's one of one of the only good modern episodes, and it has a classic feel to it, even though it's in the 4th season. One time I appeared on Beavis and Butthead and Family Guy. No, you did not. You're lying. Rick and Morty sucks. I like Close Enough. Okay, then. I thought you were talking about Rick and Morty lip syncing. I was talking about Patchy the Pirate. Okay, Wubsy's here, even though he came really late. Remember that one episode of Beavis and Butthead called Super Size Me? Yeah. That's a classic, though it's kind of weird how they would well, it's not weird how they would eat at Burger World, but 30 days straight, and the fact they would get all chubby and fat, and they didn't even get sex at all. Oh my gosh, that was so pointless. They even did this same thing at school, and Mr. Van Driesen allowed them to eat in class, which was so lucky. Oh goodness. Oh, Aaron, I saw what you said on another social media site. You might have to send a picture of that or something. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm getting text right now, but here's the thing. I actually muted my notification sound this time. My new notification is the Steve Notebook sound effect. You know, the ding sound effect. I muted that because obviously I don't want to get some BS from copyright and Viacom, so I muted it. So, you guys don't need to be hearing a very loud ding on the sound on the stream. Is Clifford big enough to step on Peter Griffin? Yeah, and I hope he does. What do you think about Alvin and Chipmunks getting rebooted? I could care less. One of my favorite Beavis and Butthead characters is Tom Anderson. Oh yeah. Oh, now I don't know that. Wait. Now I know these two tired old eyes aren't seeing two guys just sitting around doing nothing. We got Buford and Bustamante. That guy is so funny. And I love how he sounds like Hank Hill. Oh my goodness. Some people say Dora talks like an alien. I don't agree to that. Do you hate the regular show episode, The Best Burger in the World? Best Burger in the World? Now, I already talked about this one in an Ask episode, but I'll make myself here. I don't necessarily hate it. I think it's okay. It has some good elements here and there, but I hate that ending. I already said in another stream how I would do that ending better, so I'm not going to say it here again, but yeah, bottom line, that ending sucked. Roleplay Clifford stepping on Peter. Now, I haven't watched much of Clifford, especially nowadays, so I can't really perform the best voice, but I'll do the best I can. Wait, what am I doing here? Where's Meg? I want to fart on her again. Oh, hello. Hello, stranger. What the frick? What are you doing here? This is the universe. You can't be here. What do you mean I can't be here? I'm trying to find my daughter Meg and fart on her face, because, that's funny. Wait, you fart on your daughter's face? Oh no, I gotta step on you now. Oh no, this is not gonna end well. I actually did a really hard stepping sound. That was accurate. Alright, let's get back to work. Oh, I'm gonna kill that stupid dog. I'm gonna fart on him too. But first, I can't do anything now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you think Tom would get along with Hank? Yeah, I think I would picture them as good friends. I couldn't imagine them saying "Hey, you sound like me." No, you don't. No, I don't. I sound different and stuff. No, you don't. I think we have the same voice actor. I don't think that's possible. Mike Judge doesn't think we sound alike. Well, that guy's stupid, so that boy ain't right, or whatever. What are your thoughts on To Sir with Ed? I feel really bad for Eddie in that episode. I like that episode. I think it's one of the most funniest ones. If you improve Nick Pluto's TV schedule, can you bring back the Casa Sangre, Sam and Cat, the Thundermans, iCarly, Victorious, the Rugrats, Alvin and Chipmunks, and Wally Kazam? I guess. And of course, I'd bring back Blue's Clues and other stuff like that. It's just fan-made networks. Uh-huh. I thought so. Of course they're fan-made. Oh, someone else. Bro, you literally call me a scumbag for horror? Dude, not everyone is going to like horror. Are you really this freaking stupid? Shout out to you, Bubba, for hiding him. Good job. Good job. You deserve a shout out. The shows that used to air on Zoom, Pluto TV, The Backyardigans, and Max and Ruby. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that loud ding scared me the last time. It wasn't a ding, it was the victory sound effect from Happy Wheels. Skips' Luau is a better version of Best Burger in the World. That's a good way of putting it because there was a new burger and Mordecai and Rigby actually got to try it. Okay, yeah, Rocky, I agree with you on that. Tom was supposed to be Hank's dad. Oh, really? Huh. But of course, they made Cotton Hill his dad instead. And let me just say, he is a bad dad. No rhyme intended. He's like, hey, Hank, you better do something right, or I'm gonna have to ground you or something.
Oh, now shut up, Dad. You're not allowed to tell me what to do.
I'm your freaking father. I gotta tell you everything. That guy is such a jerk. Oh my gosh. He makes Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers more like a saint compared to him. And Jimmy Pesto's not a good guy either.
Hey, Bob, I'm gonna go ahead and fart in your children's faces. No, Jimmy, you're not gonna do that. If you do, I'm gonna sue you for money.
Ha! Yeah, sue me with all the $2 you have.
I have more than that, Jimmy. Look, I have a whole cash register of money.
What is that? Monopoly money?
Oh my god, you're so dumb.
Roleplay Walden confronting Peter? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I know how to do Walden's the whole yes, yes, yes thing earlier, so let's see. Oh, and who are you supposed to be?
I am Walden. I'm the smartest character in the whole show, and I heard what you've been doing to your family.
Oh yeah, and what are you gonna do? Congratulate me?
No, I want to tell you to stop right now.
What am I doing wrong?
Well, you keep farting on your daughter's face, and that is disgusting.
What? No, farting on a daughter's face is what a true father's supposed to do.
No, no, no. You can't do that to your family. If you keep this up, I'm going to have to sue you.
Yeah, like a big purple bear is gonna sue a fat guy like me. Good luck, buddy.
Oh, trust me, I will sue that guy if this the last thing I do. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, but Peter's voice, I can easily do Peter's voice. Off topic, I think you should start doing schedules. Yeah, I know you guys are really waiting for this, so I think you. Okay, so I think you guys should stop this for now. I think we should get this started. Because we did go over. Okay, so if you guys want to type stuff, it has to be schedule related right now. So I'm going to leave this up to you guys. So what do you want to see first? I can do CN for weekends, Discovery Family for weekdays and weekends, Disney. Once again, Bubba, you got to help me out with that. What else? Boomerang and all that. So let me know what you want to see first. You have a good Walden impression?
Why, thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Boomerang schedule. All right. Boomerang schedule coming up. Okay, so we're going to start with Thursday. Start Thursday at midnight. Yeah, midnight. Wow, even Junior's recommending something. That's cool. For Disney Channel, just go through the rest of the month. I guess. Maybe I'll just speed through it, because, like, let's see. I need to check the day. Okay, it's 19th. Yeah, I can do the whole month, because my TV only goes up to 2 weeks anyway. Okay. Just for a time for 20s of all that at midnight. I don't care about the 20s of all that. And nobody does. Okay, so let's start this. So I think you guys should already know what comes on here, so I'm not going to really say the shows. Oh, so after Baby Looney Tunes, we get Cave Kids at 6 o'clock. That replaces the Flintstone Kids and Pebbles and Bam Bam show. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Flintstones, new Scooby-Doo movies. I'm actually going to zoom in a little more so you can see it properly. New Scooby-Doo movies, Jetsons, Yogi Bear, Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry stuff, Scooby-Doo, more stuff. Basically the same old schedule as we've been getting. But we get Wacky Races replacing Top Cat. I'm not sure how Wally feels about that, but I think he likes Wacky Races. And then we're going to dive into weekends. Wait a minute. Hang on. I didn't see that. Tom and Jerry Tales replaces Tom and Jerry Kids. Wow, I so wasn't expecting that. I know you can see Discovery Family on the bottom, but please ignore that. I'm going to get to that later. Not a fan of Wacky Races? Okay, opinion handled. I think the show's okay. I still find it surprising that aside from Ben 10, K&D is the only other CN original airing on Boomerang. And it's the only classic Cartoon Network show to do so. Okay, let's do Sunday, just in case. So it's pretty much the same thing. Wait a minute, Bubba. Didn't you say me to improve Boomerang? I remembered you saying that. By the way, you should see the shorts Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry are airing. I can guarantee you they are different shorts. Well, to be fair, I'm not familiar with the rotation of shorts like how you are, so I can't really tell too much. Okay, so you want me to improve it. Now, I haven't done how I would improve for a while, so please don't be surprised if I mess up in certain areas. Okay, so let's see. Tom and Jerry, Popeye, Looney Tunes. These first 3 hours could stay. You saw Top Cat? Yeah, they still have that on Sundays. I hear they're going to replace it with Jabberjaw later, which is awesome to see that show come back. So 3 o'clock, I think they should move A Pup Named Scooby-Doo here. But that doesn't mean I'm placing Baby Looney Tunes here. No, I think here they should put in something like Captain Planet for an hour. Then you can move Cave Kids here, Scooby-Doo, where are you here? Maybe have an hour of the Jetsons here, and then Flintstones can stay here. 8 o'clock, at least in my location, put in Baby Looney Tunes for an hour. And then Yogi Bear, have 9 o'clock here. 10 through 12, I think they should have a Scooby-Doo block. So, well, aside from A Pup Named Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? So we can have What's New Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. I guess you can have 2 new shows, why not? Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and then Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. Which is actually airing here. It's funny. I guess you can put in another classic hour of Tom and Jerry at noon. And then how about another classic hour of Looney Tunes here? Or better yet, Looney Tunes here, Tom and Jerry here, both for an hour. Then 2 o'clock, you can put in Duck Dodgers for an hour. We get more Looney Tunes. How about put in, like, Top Cat for half an hour. Then after that, Wally Gator, 4 o'clock. You can put in okay, I don't want to do shows with the least amount of episodes, so I mean, Wacky Races has quite a bit of episodes, so I guess you can put Wacky Races here. Then another half hour, let's see, 4:30. How about you put in Johnny Quest at 4:30? Then at 5 o'clock, I know this is completely unlikely, but maybe you can put in some classic Cartoon Network shows. So how about K&D here, Foster's Home here, Chowder, and then okay, I can't say any of the Checkered Past shows, sadly. If possible, maybe put in like Johnny Bravo. Like I know we had the pilot air on Adult Swim's Checkered Past, but that was for What a Cartoon. So maybe if the original show is available to air on Boomerang, like they haven't given Johnny Bravo respect since the pilot. So I feel like they need to air it. And then 7 o'clock, let's see. Well, it's definitely not going to be Scooby Doo. That's for sure. And sadly, I'm going to have to include shows that don't have the rights anymore. So, how about 7 o'clock? You can put in Magilla Gorilla, and 8 o'clock, you can put in Huckleberry Hound. The Smurfs, yeah, keep the Smurfs in there, definitely. Wacky Race is already used over there, so how about put in Hour of, what's that show called? Thundar the Barbarian or something like that. Then, well, this is for Friday. What they have over here? Ben 10. Yeah, you can keep this. Jeez, when was the last time I did the How I Would Improve thing for shows? It's been so long. Okay, now for weekends. Should be pretty quick here. So this is on Saturday. Move Tom and Jerry over here. You can keep this if you like. Tom and Jerry Tales. Replace 2 hours of Tom. How about 2 classic Cartoon Network shows for an hour? So you can have Flapjack. And then honestly, having an hour on Saturday or weekends entirely at 7 o'clock is good. I would keep this. How about put What's New Scooby Doo for an hour at 8? Jabberjaw and Wacky Races. Replace this. How about put in like an kid shows on weekends though? How about put in Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries? Like, yeah, you can see it here on Discovery Family, but put it back on Boomerang. Like it's classic. You can have that for an hour. Then you can have an hour of Tasmania on there. Then an hour of Looney Tunes, an hour of Tom and Jerry. Place this with like Captain Planet or something. So when does the Flintstones come in? Okay. Replace this hour here with the Jetsons. Put Yogi Bear here. Then this hour. I guess have a Yogi Bear show. That's not the original or the new Yogi Bear show. And then all this coming up. Okay, after that. Okay, all that could stay, honestly. I actually didn't put in a Scooby-Doo block, so... Well, aside from the original. So, I guess you can just have 2 hours of Scooby-Doo here, but mix up the shows and rotate like how they normally do. And then that's it for Boomerang. So now we're going to move on to CN since that's what you want me to do next, obviously. Let's start. Okay, so is there another week coming up? Where are we at right now? It's the 19th. No, I'm just going to start on the Friday. Actually, let's just start on Thursday just to be safe. So I appreciate you guys not saying what show will be joining because I want to do something here. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. But first, let's just go through weekdays just to make sure I didn't forget anything. And unfortunately, I do not have the schedule for next month. It's not confirmed yet. I don't know if I showed this yet, but Adventure Time is coming back, replacing Craig of the Creek. Now, people were saying that they're doing this because of the side quest revival coming back or coming to HBO Max, but I think they're airing it just because, well, adults are watching and they do air a regular show, so it's like, why not just have Adventure Time too? Like, I may not like Adventure Time, but adults love it, and again, they've been showing lots of regular shows, so it makes sense. I'll allow this. It's pretty much the only change I can find. And then look, Cow and Chicken is actually coming back on Checkered Past. So when Billy and Mandy finished their run, I'm pretty sure a majority of you guys were like, Billy and Mandy's done. They're just gonna air Dexter's Laboratory again, and then Courage and Ed and Eddie, and then Billy and Mandy. But no, they're airing a different show. And Cow and Chicken, to me, I think it's okay. It's not the best CN show, but hey, I'm just glad they get to use it again. Like, we haven't seen the show in a while. Remember that time when they brought it back to Boomerang 3 years ago for the Warner Brothers 100th anniversary? Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, now for weekends. I'm going to zoom this a lot closer. Let's just do one time slot, because this is where the whole thing I was talking about comes in. Okay, so... Oh, this is on Friday. Shoot. I think they're going to show that rerun on Friday, so I'm not gonna fall for that. Okay, let's see what they're showing. The Amazing World of Gumball, Teen Titans Go, Grizzly and the Lemmings, regular show The Lost Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Grizzly and the Lemmings? Grizzy and the Lemmings on Cartoon Network? You gotta be kidding me. Seriously? No, I'm not tricking you guys. This is not on Boomerang. This is on freaking Cartoon Network. This is crazy. I mean, as I've been hearing, people has been complaining nonstop about, oh, Cartoon Network, you don't air anything new. Cartoon Network's dead. Guys, they're actually listening to you. Grizzly and the Lemmings is coming to Cartoon Network. Okay, not just Grizzly and the Lemmings, but something different is coming to Cartoon Network. And look, I understand a majority of us do not like Grizzly and Lemmings. Like, I've seen quite a bit of the show when it aired on Boomerang, and I didn't like the show. But I will give it this. I am glad Cartoon Network is actually listening to the fans and is bringing in new content. So, yeah, some are probably expecting, oh, you hate Grizzly and Lemmings? And they're probably thinking I say, Cartoon Network, you suck for bringing in this show. Like, come on, this show sucks. No. I'm just going to say, despite me not liking the show, I will give Cartoon Network credit for actually bringing in something new. And that's how everyone else should be. So what if you don't like Grizzly and Lemmings? Give them credit. Give Cartoon Network credit. At least it's something different. I mean, yeah, we had regular show The Lost Tapes, but this is actually something different. This is a new plot. This is like a new strategy or something. A new show. So, major props for actually bringing in something different. Then we get regular show The Lost Tapes, Craig of the Creek, Gumball, and then rest of the stuff. Then now we go to Sunday. Gosh, I feel like I haven't done these schedules for a long time. That makes sense. Oh, I forgot to mention, Certain sources say that Grizzly and Lemmings last aired on Boomerang 2019. That's actually not true. I could recall them airing it in 2021 when it replaced half an hour of Tom and Jerry on certain days. That was weird, but at the same time, though, it was a little variety. But I'm just really happy they're not airing it on Boomerang anymore. They're actually airing it on freaking Cartoon Network, which is a major plus. Finally. And to my knowledge, I don't think Grizzly and Lemmings has ever aired on Cartoon Network, so I think it's a really nice change in strategy, change in plans. They're showing it on Sunday too, so that's nice. Now, I think to my knowledge, they also have it on that Friday, which is why I didn't show it properly. Yeah. See? Aren't you glad I didn't show that? Because it would have spoiled the surprise. Okay. Great. Okay, so let me read a bit of the chat first. Wow, Bubba has a lot of comments. Okay. I wish Boomerang would bring back more classic CN shows like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and Flapjack. I mean, they did air Flapjack for a long time on CN until they got rid of it a couple months back, in which it was expected, but just the fact that they kept Flapjack on for that long shocks me. But yeah, Foster's, we haven't seen those guys for a while, so it'd be nice if they brought them back on weekdays, yeah. Personally, I feel like all the baby fight versions of Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, and the Flintstones should be half an hour, and they should add in Tom and Jerry Kids and the Yogi Bear incarnations. I don't think the Yogi Bear incarnations are really babyfied. Like, well, maybe Yo Yogi, but not the other ones. Also, I actually have to say this. I'm not sure if I said this before, but I'm going to say it again just for refreshers. So, you guys, obviously, all of you guys in this chat should know that only adults are watching TV. So, yeah, even if that's true, Baby Looney Tunes is on. And obviously, judging by the rating, it's rated TVY. So I ask this: besides me, doesn't don't like doesn't any other adult actually watch the show? Like I know the show's meant for like preschoolers, but just the fact that they kept it on and that adults are watching is it actually shocks me. So I ask, do any of you guys that are adults watch the show? When you do weekends, instead of going through Saturday, go through Sundays. I feel like their schedule's better. I went through both days anyway, so yeah, I guess that's too late. I love how they're using some aspects from older schedules on their current schedule. Huh. Like, even though it's sad to see Tom and Jerry Kids go, Tom and Jerry Tales and Tom and Jerry have been airing back to back with a few brief interruptions since late 2020. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Popeye has aired at 4 a.m. in 2023. Looney Tunes aired for 2 hours at 6, and Tom and Jerry aired for 2 hours at 8 in 2017, and Tom and Jerry aired at 3 a.m. in 2017. Yeah. Don't you find it shocking that even if those schedules were bad, they still aired those shows? Like, it's great seeing them still on there, but it's like airing new shows alongside it? No, that doesn't suit the channel at all. Popeye is aired at 11 with a few brief interruptions since August 2023, and Looney Tunes has aired at 1 p.m. and 5 a.m. with a brief interruption since 2021. Very interesting stuff. Thanks, Dave Byer. Though I do wish the Smurfs were to air at 2 a.m., but it's nice to see it not get removed on Saturdays or Fridays, depending on how they look at it. My 6-year-old brain actually liked the show for some reason. While I never liked it nor never watched it, it's possible I might tune into it, but most likely I won't. Yeah, I saw a few sources saying Grizzly and Lemmings aired on Boomerang 2021. See, so I'm right. I guess. Speaking of Boomerang, does anyone remember in 2017 when they re-recorded the Boomerang Theater and Tom and Jerry promos? They only lasted a little more than a year. Really? Like I remembered when Boomerang first rebranded, they had the Tom and Jerry promo, the Scooby Doo promo, and stuff like that. Like with the Boomerang theme playing in the background. Like for Tom and Jerry, it started with "What's the matter with that lazy cat?" And then the Scooby Doo one, it started with like, "Well, villains, now." I don't remember the full thing because it's been a long time, but still, you should know what I'm talking about. Baby Looney Tunes is ironically pretty infamous. Yeah, it's been getting, I wouldn't say backlash, but it's been getting some mixed reviews. Like many people say they like it, many people say it's okay, but a lot of people say it sucks. Um, to to let's see, to re-say a little bit of something from my past. I did say that the show was okay. To this day, I would say it's still okay. Really, I still think the original was better, but the baby spinoff is fine. It's okay with me, honestly. Um, I think it's the best alongside a pup named Scooby Doo. I think it's the best baby spinoff of any classic show. Like it's better than Muppet Babies. It's better than like Tom and Jerry Kids. It's better than the Flintstone Kids and stuff like that. I'm very surprised that they still have the Smurfs. Didn't they just bring it back? Like some people thought they would bring it back just for the movie, but the new movie, but no, they still kept it, which is pretty surprising, honestly. I missed those promos. Both of those hasn't aired since 2020. Really? Oh, maybe. No, I don't recall the Scooby Doo one, but Tom and Jerry, yeah, it lasted until that long, until that date. I remember. What if they bring back the Cartoon Network crying bumper? I don't even know what that is. It's like what a baby. What a, it's like what Baby Looney Tunes. It's not that bad. It's just a cartoon. I mean, that's what others say about other bad shows, but yeah, it's seriously not a bad show. Again, it's the best baby spinoff ever. And I don't think I should say this. Um, I mean, you guys should already know who my favorite character of the show is by now, so I'm not gonna say it here. And some people were also saying that the characters' like personalities were like thrown out the window or something. Like, um, like Sylvester and Tweety were good friends. Bugs and Daffy kind of bicker from time to time. Taz basically cries, and Lola, I don't think has much of a personality. Like, t- well, comparing to their original counterparts, yeah, I guess some of them were kind of thrown out the window and changed, obviously. But since Lola was one of the later characters of the show, she didn't really have much of a personality. So to be fair, that one wasn't ruined. But the other ones, yeah. Granny was still kind of the same. I could have sworn the Tom and Jerry promo aired once in the middle of summer 2020 randomly, but it was a long time ago, so it might have just been in my head. I mean, that was when Michael Whelan was interim president, so I guess sounds familiar. Tom and Jerry Kids even Tom and Jerry Kids show, even that is a lot of fun worth watching. I disagree. The bloopies not bloopy, droopy shorts are pretty entertaining, but that's all I can say. I saw a commercial break video of Boomerang from 2020, and the start of it has the Tom and Jerry show and the Scooby Doo Where Are You promo. Huh. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. What if Cartoon Network brings back the crying bumper, which started at 4 a.m. before Adult Swim sign on? before Adult Swim? I thought it was like when CN finished. Like I remember the one with Uncle Grandpa where it started with "We're done for the night." Everyone would start crying, and then it's like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, we're gonna be back," or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool, but knowing them, they're not gonna do it unless they would make it out of like Adventure Time, regular show, Teen Titans Go, and Gumball and stuff like that. If this was if it was this version that was very short lived, with the owner telling Tom and Jerry the house rules, it was shortly before they brought back the one used in 2016, but without the everyday at one line. I remember the one promo said every day at 4. And I was like, judging from my time zone, is like, what? No, it's not on at 4. It's on at 1. But that's back when I didn't know that my time for Boomerang was 3 hours ahead. The same thing actually goes for like Game Show Network and other channels. Discovery Family did the same thing. Here's my Boomerang schedule. Weekdays 5 through 6, Looney Tunes. 6 through 7, Looney Tunes. 7 through 8, Puppet Me Scooby Doo. 8 through 9, Baby Looney Tunes. I think he has more coming up. Yeah. 9 to 10, Tom and Jerry Kids. 10, the Flintstones spinoffs. 10:30 through 12, Flintstones. 12 through 1, Yogi Bear. 1 through 2, Looney Tunes Show / Duck Dodgers. My time zone is 1 hour ahead. Oh. Wait, so let's take Baby Looney Tunes for example. So technically it comes on at 8 o'clock. In my time zone it comes on at 5. So for you it would be 7? I'm gonna put this on a different show. Let's do the Flintstones. That's a classic. Okay. Wow. I wish my time zone was like yours, because I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock a.m. just to watch it. And yeah, I could record them, but honestly, watching them as it airs just has like a better vibe to it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to take a break from reading the chat. I'm going to go ahead and go through Discovery Family. So we have Baby Looney Tunes at 3, which actually replaces Chuck and Friends. Bubbles Hotel, Wild Mains, The Smurfs, Pound Puppies, Lucas the Spider, My Little Pony, Sylvester and Tweety, Scooby Doo and Guess Who, Summer Camp Island, Steven Universe, and then boring Discovery stuff. Where's the cartoons at? Was that your reaction as well? I know it was mine. Okay, now for weekends. Chuck and Friends, Mini Beat Power Rockers, Bugs Bunny Builders, Transformers Rescue Bots, Bat Wheels, Smurfs, Pound Puppies, Bubbles Hotel, My Little Pony, Wild Mains, Sylvester and Tweety, Scooby Doo and Guess Who, and then this stuff. I believe this is the same as well. So yeah, even though it's not many hours, I do like the schedule. There is some variety here and there. Also, I have to bring this up, but yeah. Doesn't this block remind you of something? I mean, 2 hours, 4 shows, and they're all on weekends. If anyone said GSN, then you would be correct. I'm going to really quickly show you, just so you know what I mean. I'm not going to go through the schedule here. I just want to use it as a brief example. So here we have Switch, Split Second, Tic Tac Toe, and Bingo Blitz. All 4 of these shows are weekend exclusives. They're airing half an hour each for a 2-hour block, and they're only on weekends. So yeah, kind of interesting that Discovery Family did the exact same thing as Game Show Network, so it's pretty cool. Wait, Bugs Bunny Builders is on Discovery Family? Yeah, it is. Just to actually prove that I'm not lying, I'm gonna show you again. Yep, so it's on half an hour on Saturdays and Sundays at 4 a.m. which is really early in my time zone, but it's okay for other people. Okay, so we have more here. 2 through 3, Scooby-Doo Where Are You? / The New Scooby-Doo Mysteries. 3 through 4, The Scooby-Doo Show, Laugh Olympics, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, The New Scooby-Doo Movies. 4 through 5, What's New Scooby-Doo, Be Cool Scooby-Doo. 5 through 6, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. 6 through 7, Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc., Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. That is a lot of Scooby-Doo, honestly. But I mean, a majority of those are classic, so I can't really be mad at that. I haven't watched Baby Looney Tunes either since I was young, and I haven't watched it since 2023 when I was like 19 years old, something like that. Well, the show came out around the early 2000s. Um, I don't know what year you were born in, so yeah. Sorry, but the Spencer R network does not exist, so you can't type that. Boomerang introduced me to Chowder, Flapjack, K&D, Billy and Mandy, Dexter's Lab, and the new Scooby-Doo movies when they aired in 2018. Really? I was born in 2004. Oh, so you were born when the show was around its second season. You could have tuned into it around then, but meh. I guess you weren't really interested in it, really? I mean, fun fact, and I don't think I mentioned this on my channel either, but I actually remember Baby Looney Tunes a lot more than the original Looney Tunes. Because when I was younger, when I was a little baby, I guess, little toddler, I don't know. I'll just say when I'm really little. I actually used to watch the show a whole lot. And some episodes I remember include Taz in Toyland, Like a Duck to Water, Things That Go Bugs in the Night, Pouting Match, um, not that one. To Tell the Tooth, Cereal Boxing, um, Who Said That, and others like that. I remember those primarily. Also, speaking of Who Said That, I think a majority of people actually like that episode, mainly because of Daffy's language. You little bleep, you're nothing but a bleep. I'm never gonna play this bleep game ever again. So he actually cussed. Oh my god. Can't believe they actually made an episode where the characters would cuss. My favorite scene in the episode would have to be when Granny showed up, when Daffy and like convinced the other characters to cuss, and they all said all together, "Hi, Granny. How the bleep are you?" That was hilarious. I like the Baby Looney Tunes theme song. I mean, it's a honestly, it has a good beat, and the lyrics are nice. Hey there, everybody! It's a loonyful day to have a little fun the Baby Looney Tunes way. Oh my god, that's nostalgic. I think some others would actually love the intro too. I mean, it's not the best intro in TV history, but it's up there. Also, by the way, in 2018, Boomerang had this weird thing when CN shows came back where the daytime they aired the 30s versions of Boomerang Theater, Tom and Jerry at the start of the year, MK and M, and then BCSD. MK and M? My Night and Me. Oh, I just that just came in my head. Okay. And the nighttime was the 60s version of the Boomerang Theater, Tom and Jerry and Scooby Doo were audio promos. Okay, I think the last schedule I had to go through was Disney. Yeah, because I went through everything else. I am so not touching Nickelodeon. They suck for all of God's humanity or whatever. So I think what I'll do is I'll briefly go through from today all the way to the 31st. The S is supposed to stand for seconds. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, Nick Jr. Okay, I gotta show Nick Jr. Thank you for actually reminding me. I forgot that they brought back a show. So let's go to midnight. So let's start here because I think weekdays is all that matters. So we have Paw Patrol, Rubble and Crew, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, Gabby's Dollhouse, in which they're actually replacing some hours from Bubble Guppy, so that's smart. Peppa Pig, Butterbean's Cafe, which I think is really surprising. I mean, this is not an old classic show, but this is a little older than before, so yeah, that's actually nice how that's coming back. Bubble Guppies, Paw Patrol, Rubble and Crew, Paw Patrol, Rubble and Crew, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol, and that's it. Yeah, and as you can see, Team Umizumi's not here anymore, though it is only on weekends. That's okay. Um, what I will say, this schedule sucks, but I do love the inclusion of Butterbean's Cafe. Like, that's actually a plus. Do you remember the Sailor Mouth from SpongeBob? Of course I do. That's actually another classic. Hello, Shio T He 8303. I certainly don't recognize that channel, so it must be newbie, so welcome. Also, Bubba, I don't know if you actually looked, but one of your fans, I forgot his name, I think it was NGC, he actually came on and said hi, so it's nice to have someone else come here. Can you also improve Nick Pluto TV and Nick Jr. Pluto TV schedule? It needs, if needs, if need be, you can use the main Nick and Nick Jr. All you need to know, Nick Jr. All you need to know is the shows that currently airs. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not too familiar with Pluto TV like you, Bubba, so you're gonna have to give me a helping hand with that. You can list all the shows in one singular comment, then I can use those to put on there. Butterbean's Cafe sounds like that one character. Butterbean's Cafe sounds like that. Oh my gosh, Butterbean's Cafe sounds like that one character from Raven's favorite show, Pretty Pretty Pegasus. Oh, don't you mean like from Teen Titans Go? Yeah. Um, really? I don't think it sounds like that, but okay. I guess. I didn't see that. What if Nick Jr. did that same thing in September, like how they did for Butterbean and Blue's Clues? Like, what do you mean? Air old shows? I guess. Well, I might have to make a few comments. You could put like 5 to 7 shows per comment. That'd be nice. Like, I don't think they have a lot of shows anyway. Again, Junior, I don't know why you're so obsessed with Santiago of the Seas. Like once again, it's better than Jake and Neverland Pirates, but I don't think it's a good show. I really don't. Okay, so I'm gonna briefly go through Disney Channel. I'm not gonna say what shows are here. I'm just gonna show it off. Wait a minute. Before I keep going, you guys meant Rocky and Wally. You mentioned that there's a classic show block of live action shows for Disney XD. Do you have any idea when that's starting? Did it start now, or is it going to start in like next month or whatever? I want to make sure because if I actually skip across that, I'm going to be disappointed. August 6th. Okay. Is it going to be the same rotating thing, or are they going to have like, let's say, Hannah Montana for an hour, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody for an hour, and then um, Sunny with the Chance for an hour? That's when Pokemon airs? August. Oh, might have to do another separate video on that. Okay, so we got Thunderman, Sam and Cat, Casa Sangres, Victorious, iCarly, Alvin, and the Rugrats. Do you mean classic Rugrats or the reboot Rugrats? Because if it's both versions, I'm free to including both of them. Okay. I'll probably include the reboot anyway. I never seen the reboot, so have no intentions to see it. Understandable. That's why I hate Jake and Neverland Pirates. That show ruined the movie. What movie? Peter Pan? If so, then I understand that. Okay, so let's start blowing through this now. Wow, that is a whole lot of Scooby-Doo on that schedule, but once again, they're classics, so I guess. I don't think they air those on Pluto TV, but sure, I could include them. So I don't really see much new stuff going on for Disney. But judging by some of these schedules, they look okay. I think Disney Channel is doing the best, hands down. In the early 2010s, Disney Junior had a good variety like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Doc McStuffins, Octonauts. Correct me if I'm spelling it wrong, but you got Jake and Neverland Pirates and Chuggington. Honestly, I'm surprised to see you mention Chuggington, like the Disney version of Thomas and Friends. Yeah. Imagine if they brought that show back to Disney Junior. I think that would be extremely bizarre right there. Seeing Chuckington air but not Thomas and Friends. That's like having JJ the Jet Plane air and not Thomas, in which that was bizarre on its own. So what do you think of my Boomerang schedule? Once again, from what I saw, there was a lot of Scooby-Doo, but it doesn't look terrible. There is some classics in there. NFL Flag Champions on Disney Channel, Disney XD as well. Wow. I didn't expect that to see that on Disney. You already said hi, but yeah. Can you bring back Blue's Clues for Fridays? Oh my gosh. Okay. Can you bring back Blue's Clues for Fridays? The reboot should air on the weekends. Max and Ruby Backyardigans for Fridays. Wally Kazam. The choice is up to you if you want to include it or on the weekdays. Why is the video blurry? I really don't know what to tell you. Like, YouTube doesn't know how to make things perfectly clear. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with this. You could always change the settings on the video, but I don't know if that's going to really help much. Wait a minute, is that a DuckTales marathon? It's the reboot, typical. Why can't they air the classic DuckTales? Honestly, it's so weird seeing another show besides Bluey, or not Bluey, Big City Greens getting spammed or marathoned. I just find that kind of bizarre. I will also post the schedule in the comments after the stream. Yeah, because that was a lot to read. I didn't want to like read all of it on camera. Plus, it was split up too, so I didn't want to like try to find them. So yeah, putting it in the comments would be nice. I don't really read your anyone's comment like no, I don't really read your ideal schedules, all of it that much, but if I get the time, if I have the time, I'll go ahead and do that. You see something different? Well, all I'm seeing is certain shows besides Big City Greens being spammed and the NFL thing from earlier, which is something unusual for Disney Channel standards. Okay, all I'm saying is that if they do the whole block thing, the throwback block on Disney XD with classic shows, I really hope and pray they actually advertise it. Like they can say something like um we got a special surprise for you. We're reliving your childhood by airing some classic shows on Disney XD. Oh, that is so cool. Like on Monday, you can watch Hannah Montana for 2 hours. Next day, Sweet Life on Deck. And then next day, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Come and party with us to honor these shows being streamed on Disney Plus, only on Disney XD. That would be awesome. Okay, so that's sadly as far as I can go. Why so much Bluey? I have no idea. I don't even like Bluey, so I can't really say much about that. They're showing some different stuff on Disney XD. I didn't really notice because I'm not too familiar with Disney XD. Aside from shows like Phineas and Ferb, Star Versus, Fish Hooks, Lilo and Stitch, and stuff like that. In which I'm surprised to have those classics to this day, especially Lilo and Stitch, which still surprises me. Should I copy and paste my comment on what shows should air and what shows I want to come back to make it easier for you? If you can put them all in one singular line, like let's say one comment, one, like you I think you know what I mean. If you could just do that straight, then I can try to because everyone else is going to be commenting, so I'll actually find it. Yeah, I think that would be more helpful. Kitty, is Disney Channel better than Is Disney XD better than Disney Channel? I honestly don't know what to tell you because I'm not really familiar. Schedule wise, no, but show wise, probably. I watched on LG channels before. Looks good. Different stuff is on there. Disney XD, Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch, The Emperor's New School, Proud Family, etc. Yeah, but they didn't air them, aside from Lilo and Stitch, they don't air normally. Like Wipeout? Oh, so Looks Good's channels, versions of these channels has different stuff. That's crazy. The Pet Collective? I've never heard of the Pet Collective. Yeah, I bet with Wipeout, it's the host with the girl and John Cena hosting. I'm not falling for that. Is Nickelodeon the same stuff? Obviously, they still show that stupid yellow thing. Right after Pokemon, it's okay. All of these are the shows, so to make things easy and to not like jump from different comments, I'm just gonna do it in the order of the shows you named. So to recap, you want me to do Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. So I could use Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. Opinions on SpongeBob Day. I didn't tune into it because I'm not a SpongeBob fan anymore, but they had some pretty cool stuff like the Shanghai segments and stuff, so yeah. I do not tolerate horror haters on this channel. You guys know nothing. Like, do I need to say this again? Not everyone has to like horror. And you're basically like, oh, you hate horror, you suck. No, you have to handle opinions. You need to stop that BS, seriously. Yeah, so SpongeBob Day, I would say I don't care for it, basically. Well, Nick and Nick Jr. Pluto TV. Yeah. Again, as you mentioned, I am going to use the original cable channels, but of course I'm not going to include what they're currently airing. I don't like horror, but I don't hate it. All right. At least you're kind of like me, so see, that proves my point. Not everyone's going to like freaking horror. I like Courage the Cowardly Dog and Tales from the Crypt, but that's it. I don't like anything else horror related. And I guess the only horror game I like is Happy Wheels, but that is it. Oh, you saw Deal or No Deal on there? Does your looks good thing have Game Show Network? If so, I couldn't imagine the stuff they have on there too. Probably because Bluey is one of the most popular British kid shows ever. Well, it might be popular and it might be good, but it's not as good as Thomas the Tank Engine. I mean, that's the best British television show ever for children. I think Nick Pluto TV does a good job on making them feel like a cable channel. Seriously, like they actually have variety, even though it's not that good. Was Checkered Past a failed block? Well, still have it to this day, so probably not. Could use some more shows, and the first hour could be at least 2 Nick Jr. shows. Super Wings? Sounds like something I'm not interested in. Okay. So, judging by what Nickelodeon currently has, they have SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Loud House, and Henry Danger. So, since this is Nick Pluto TV we're talking about, technically, well, obviously, both live action and cartoons belong. So, I'm just going to do one day, for example. I'm not going to do weekends. I'm just going to do like how it would be like if it was the same schedule every day. So let's see. Now, I think they would air shows for 2 hours, so I probably stick with that tactic. Or maybe I can just do an... Wait a minute. Nick Pluto, I believe, repeats a lot. So I think I would just have... How about like 12 shows, and then they would repeat 2 times throughout the day? Would that work? If so, then I'm just going to make a tactic. So let's see. How about for midnight? And once again, this is Pluto TV. This is not the regular Nick channels. Just trying to make that clear. So we can have Thundermans, Sam and Cat, Henry Danger, Victorious, iCarly, Alvin and the Chipmunks, classic Rugrats, reboot Rugrats, SpongeBob, The Fairly Odd Parents, The Loud House, and then one more show. All right, I'm going to have to include a show that doesn't air. So let's just do Jimmy Neutron, and then the rest repeat a second time. And my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna get my trustworthy. Whoops, I dropped something. Gonna get my handy dandy charger. Nope, we're not showing that guy on TV. Okay. So that's Nickelodeon. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Okay, so I'm gonna do Nick Jr. now. And it's gonna have to be the same tactic or same strategy. I don't think you guys know what tactic even means. No, I'm not gonna do Saturday. I'm gonna do a weekday. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna start at midnight, so we can do Paw Patrol. And this is commercial free, so I'm gonna have to do my very hardest to make it even. So 1 a.m. Blaze, 2 a.m. Paw Patrol. No, 2 a.m. Bubble Guppies, 3 a.m. Team Umizoomi, 4 a.m. Peppa Pig, 5 a.m. Baby Shark's Big Show, 6 a.m. Paddington. What do you mean? Oh, too hot. Okay, so I think that was 6 shows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that was 7. Okay, so okay, let's. No. It was after 6 a.m. Okay, so after 6, I think this is where the old shows will come in. So I don't want to do Blue's Clues now. So, how about we can do the Backyardigans, the Max and Ruby, then Wally Kazam, I guess, even though that's not a classic. Dora the Explorer, and then Blue's Clues. And then, of course, repeating again. And then Fridays, I would replace Dora the Explorer with Blue's Clues and You. Again, I'm not a fan of a show only airing once a week. I really prefer it if it aired like every weekday, every weekend day, because it would make more sense and it would be more fair. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to say this. All of Pug Time's accounts suck. Like, they're nothing but opinion bashers, and they hate you if you hate horror. Like, can they just stop? Just say I handle your opinion on horror and move on. It's not hard. I hate horror because Dave Byer makes TV schedules for people who don't watch in 2026. Oh, hey, we got Trevor the SpongeBob fan finally joining. Did you see Blue's Clues and You? Yes. You made that same noise when you showed us that notebook back in 2022. Was it 2020? I think it was 2022. Yeah, that was back when I was still making list videos. You don't watch Blue's Clues and Paw Patrol anymore? Well, Paw Patrol, that's okay, but Blue's Clues? But why? That's a good show. You actually noticed the cat. Is she still there? Yeah, let's show you. Apparently, my family members wants to call her Cringer, which is the cat from He-Man, but Cringer's not a girl. Cringer's a guy, so I call her Critter. I think it suits the kitty. Let's see. Wait, are you noticing something different on iTunes? I thought they took TMNT off. Yeah, don't fall for that. I think that's what is it called? Unconfirmed information. Is Bluey the modern day Peppa Pig? Probably. Did he hear that SpongeBob's finally ending in 29? That's not gonna happen. The show is rumored to continue for so long, so I would not fall for that. Hi, kitty kitty. Opinions on Max and Ruby and Wonder Pets being off Paramount Plus. Now, in another stream, I pointed out that that Max and Ruby are still on Paramount Plus, so I don't think that's correct. Wonder Pets, though, it actually sucks because honestly, back then I thought the show was bad, but now I think it's okay. It's not that bad. So it was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad decision. Your cat looks like one of my sister's cats. Yeah, Tuxedo Kitty. I think that's a pretty like familiar kitty. No, that's a common kitty cat, I guess. Yeah. What is that called when it's like, I don't know. I guess I'll just call it common. I would definitely call it Bluey the modern Peppa Pig. It feels like it. It seriously does. Like, only except Bluey's actually a lot better than Peppa Pig. Those opinion bashers are going so far to making up false accusations about me. And you actually thought Pug Time was cool back then, but he basically stabbed you in the back. In other words, he's just like forcing you and me also to like horror stuff. It's like, when will he get it through his freaking head that we don't like horror? We're not gonna like horror, and we never will. No matter how much you, I'm gonna quote Squidward here. No matter how much you beg or plead or cry. No, Max and Ruby's off Paramount Plus. We're going to have to check that out again. Last time I checked, it was on there. I would definitely call Bluey the modern Peppa Pig if you'll... Oh. I already read that. Okay, we're going to have to do this again because people are telling me that it was removed. But let me tell you that it isn't, because I actually tuned into a little bit of it on Paramount Plus and it was still there. So we're going to show you some proof. I didn't send it twice. Yeah, that was completely on me. Except all the characters do the rescue at the same time. Do they? Oh, look at that. Blaze is on Preschool Corner. Then after that, we're going to get Blue's Clues, the only show on that channel. And yes, before anyone asks, I do have Paramount Plus. Obviously. You saw with that Preschool Corner that was a channel on Paramount Plus. What the? No. I didn't mean to put a space that early. No. Thank you. See, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, clearly it's on Paramount Plus. Like, look. If you guys don't believe me, I actually did view some of these episodes. Okay, to be fair, some seasons are not on Paramount Plus, but other ones are. Like, look, season 2 is available. See season 3. Okay, season 3 isn't available. What about season 4? Okay, maybe only the second season is available. But yeah, that's very weird. That's just extremely weird. I hope everyone is believing me on that, because that's real proof. And yes, that's how you show proof. You bring up something, you prove them wrong, and you say, okay, this is really happening. You were wrong on that. And the credits of the show is kind of like Blue's Clues. What credits? Can't be talking about the Wonder Pets. It's not like it. From what I could recall, the only show or movie for that matter, or small short that has credits like Blue's Clues is that Pixar short, Partly Cloudy or whatever it was called. Like it had the white background and then it had the light blue and dark blue letters. I don't know if you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but how am I the first person that notices that? Someone that has to be a big fan of Pixar shorts and Blue's Clues would know that. I think Boomerang is dying because Dave Byer isn't there anymore, and they didn't air Rosemary's Baby, which is bad because I heard Mr. Enter said it was good. Oh yeah, that's what that Sivan Ghoulie guy was talking about. He's so obsessed with that um Rosemary's Baby thing, in which I've never even heard or seen it, so I have no thoughts on that. But knowing him, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you should give it a chance. It's better than the stuff you watch." So what? What do you mean it's better than stuff I watch? If I like watching it, then I like it. What? You don't have to tell me that stuff. And I might be wrong, but I think he's another one of Puck Time's haters, or Puck Time's accounts. Like he is another horror guy. In which, once again, I don't mind if you like horror, but you have to handle opinions. They should tell you. No, they shouldn't tell you what to do either. What is it with this Rosemary's Baby thing? I never even heard or seen it. See, that's what I'm saying. They think it's the best show in the world, but it's not. You have better shows out there. Thomas and Friends, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Blue's Clues, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Why not? Baby Looney Tunes. Those shows are better. At least in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wonder why The Backyard Against Max and Ruby has certain seasons not on there, and why most crossovers with Yo Gabba Gabba are off Paramount Plus. You know, I was very disappointed when I found out the crossover between Yo Gabba Gabba and the Fresh Meat Band got removed. I think that's the best episode of the show, by the way. By the way, I'm just joking, making fun of these people. Oh, okay. I didn't think it was a joke, but okay. The show I'm talking about has all white letters overlaying the title logo. Oh, well, that's not like Blue's Clues, though. No. Okay, yeah, the theme song, but other shows do that too. Some shows would have their own separate song. and other shows would just have the theme song playing on the credits background. Literally, the only somewhat classic Nick Jr. Literally, the only somewhat classic Nick Jr. airs is Bubble Guppies that came out in 2011, I think. If you mean the old episode, sure, but I wouldn't consider it classic. Team Umizoomi, okay, that's a different story. It came out in 2010, but yet it actually ended a long time ago, so that one I could accept. I didn't realize you give likes on live streams. That's all right. That's the first time I've noticed that. Well, I'm actually surprised you noticed that now. Like, you go to other people's streams, like the Brick Guy, and then like, of course, mine, stuff like that. I'm surprised you just noticed now. Opinions on Clifford and the Magic School Bus being on Paramount Plus. Yeah, these are scholastic shows. Honestly, I am surprised to see them bring in those shows. Like, I was surprised when they brought in Scooby Doo movies on Paramount Plus for October, but this is a totally different story. I, to my surprise, I think Clifford was on Prime, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. I'd say it's still cool. Yeah, I meant seasons 1 through 5 of Bubble Guppies, not the modern seasons from 2019 through 2023. You know, it's funny how channels would air those types of shows that would last for a long time, and then still air the old episodes. Of course, I'm talking about Bubble Guppies, um, SpongeBob SquarePants, Peppa Pig, and stuff like that. In which I guess you can consider them classics, but then again, those shows are still continuing, so I wouldn't count them as old. If you're talking like the Fairly Odd Parents or iCarly and um, those shows, TMNT, sure, but those other ones, nah. Yeah. Also, oh, you're asking him. I'm gonna read them anyway. Also, by the way, Somali fan, what's your thoughts on horror? Not a fan. Okay, so you're with us. Imagine if you told them to Pug Time, they would start hating you as well. Doesn't Paramount have the rights to Clifford and Garfield, which is why we have Clifford and Garfield and Friends on Paramount Plus? Wait, Garfield and Friends is on Paramount Plus? I gotta see this. I know Nickelodeon has the rights to Garfield, but they don't even air the freaking show, so that could make sense if it was on here. So they have the Garfield show. Oh, here it is. Garfield and Friends. So it really is on here. Wow. I appreciate the heads up. All right, I'll see if I could like maybe tune into a few episodes, but who knows? I have quite a few days to watch Garfield and Friends. Or a few ways. Why did I say days? There is a channel on the watch free thing that has Garfield on it. I can watch it on its dedicated channel on Pluto TV, or I could watch it on Tubi. Honestly, I don't think you guys ever noticed, but the Watch Free Plus thing, the channels they have, I think all of them are from Pluto. Could be wrong. So let's go to like let's just go to take a few genres for example. So there could be some game show channels. Here's comedy. I know they have Comedy Central. Yeah, Kids and Family is my next destination. So we have Baby Shark, Barney and Friends, Garfield and Friends, PBS Retro. I don't know if that's on Pluto TV, but it looks like it. Strawberry Shortcake, Barbie, Teletubbies, Peppa Pig TV, which they replaced Dora TV with it, which is interesting. Hot Wheels Action, Nick Jr. Here we go. This is definitely Pluto. Nick Pluto, Pokemon, Sonic the Hedgehog, Power Rangers, Transformers, Sensical Jr. And you know, it's funny they have Thomas on there, but they lost the rights to Thomas and Friends, sadly. Kid Doodle TV, Super Simple Songs, Ryan and Friends. Ugh, that show sucks. And Ninja Kids TV. PBS Retro isn't on Pluto TV. Oh wow. That honestly sucks. Like that's one of the best channels actually. Though they need to get some stuff like Shine Time Station, the older seasons of Thomas, and things like that. Wait a minute, can you go through an entire day on Nick Jr. Pluto TV and Nick Pluto TV? Sadly, I cannot, especially on here, because as you can see, okay, you didn't see that clearly, so I'm going to try it again. It only goes as far as like 2 hours. But I could go to the Pluto channels this way. But PBS Retro is on the Roku channel. Yeah. I've heard of that. I know that. Granny Pig, Grandpa Pig, you got Peppa. You got Peppa. No. Okay, so to my knowledge, I believe I've done this before. I actually showed off the some of these channels. So let's go to the channel guide. Sci-fi, drama. We're just gonna go to. Oh, I just want to see the game show section just in case, just to see what we got. Yep, we got Deal or No Deal on here. That's nice. Game Show Central, obviously. Let's go to kids. So let's just take this for example. See how far it can go. And yeah, it could get pretty sluggish here. Oh, seriously? It only goes that far? See, now you know. Now you know why I don't go through this. Like, I want to go through these schedules, but it only goes to like a certain time. I hate that. You even got a Spanish channel. Oh, what do we got there? We got Drake and Josh and iCarly. All right, so from you were telling me the other day, Bubba, you were right. I'll see if I can tune into a little bit of that after the stream. Yeah. I wonder if Pluto TV has any popular adult shows like Family Guy and South Park. Well, I mean, there's Comedy Central, so obviously South Park could be on there. Today's a Bubble Guppies marathon. Nick Jr. Pluto TV has weekend marathons of Bubble Guppies. I think it'd be awesome if they could like marathon old shows. Like I don't care if they're just the popular ones, just marathon some old shows. Like Dora the Explorer, Blue's Clues, Backyardigans, and stuff like that. I have an app called Pluto TV on my phone. Actually not really familiar with it much, but I did go through their guide channels and there's no Cartoon Network on the Pluto TV. I mean, you have Cartoon Network as a regular cable channel, I think, so technically you don't need Cartoon Network there too. I'm gonna put the bottle away. They only support the Nickelodeon Pluto channel than the cable channel. Yeah, that can explain why there's better variety. Oh, JB Films is back. What's your thoughts on the new Hasbro Legends Fast channel? I honestly didn't know they had that, but I haven't checked it out, so I guess I have no opinion, but it's pretty cool how they did it. Some TV shows have their own YouTube channels. Yeah, I heard that. Are you still going to do commentaries? Well, my phone is almost about to give up on battery. I'm trying to charge it, but apparently it's not charging. But at the same time, it's still sticking with 15%. So maybe I could just do a quick one because I want to keep up my promise that I will do commentaries. I don't want to lie again because I think someone like Adam's Cartoon is going to be like, "Oh, you're such a liar. No wonder why no one likes you," or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm just saying this is some stuff that he would say. I hope my phone holds up because it's at 3%. I like trains. Oh gosh. ASDF movie is a classic. So I said I was going to go through the PBS Kids one. So let's see. My phone is kind of lagging, but it works on here. That's nice. I'm not gonna lie, but Beavis and Butthead should do a King of the Hill crossover. They should. Mike Judge is the creator of both shows. It would make perfect sense. Okay, I think I passed it up. Okay, yeah. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, adult shows, PBS Kids. Okay, so the PBS Kids show one is only 17 minutes. So my voice is kind of dying a bit here. So let's see. Maybe in the next minute, I'll go ahead and do them. And then I guess I'll just end it right there. So after another half hour, I guess, we're going to have to make the stream up to 3 hours. But hey, it's been a long time since I've done a stream this long. So this is my treat to you. I'm going to leave now. All right, have a good day. That would be really cool, even though both shows are different companies. Yeah, I kind of find it weird that Beavis and Butthead is owned by Paramount, but King of the Hill is owned by Adult Swim or Fox. That's what it is, Fox. That is bizarre. Okay, phone, hold up, please. Oh, hello, Lem8942. So glad you can make it, even though there's still half an hour left. Okay, I did promise I was going to do the PBS Kids one. I mean, I could do the adult show. No, we were talking quite a bit of PBS Kids lately, so I think this would be a good idea. Now, on the last one, I noticed it wasn't really good volume, so I'm going to turn up a little bit louder here. I think 25% of volume would work. I think you guys would be able to hear it perfectly. I like the fact Wild Wild Whoopsie is free on YouTube. Yeah, That is pretty cool, even though I don't like the show still. I hate how Fox treated Futurama, let's be real. Yeah, according to Dunon, I guess, they just treated it they did Futurama dirty. That's so wrong. What do you think about SpongeBob having a 16th season? Oh my gosh. I think it's ridiculous. The show really needs to end. I really hope the rumor about it ends, but I already know it's not. What is your favorite video on Party TV? I don't know. Like, I've been watching a lot of his vids lately. That's a pretty hard one, but I guess I'll say the one where he said how Paw Patrol ruined Nick Jr. Wubsy is okay, but I haven't watched it in forever. Miss Spider is also free on YouTube. Oh, is it? I didn't even see that. I might search it up later. Who knows? SpongeBob should end already, even though I love the show. It needs to end. Yeah, I mean, your name is called Trevor the SpongeBob Fanatic. I'm honestly surprised that you want it to end, even though you love SpongeBob. Well, a whole lot of people love SpongeBob, but even they want the show to end. I mean, it continuing is pretty much the reason why I don't like it now. So of course I would want it to end. That show needs to end. Sesame needs to end. Family Guy, The Simpsons. Arthur ended, and that was pretty long. That was a pretty long show. Caillou ended. The original Thomas series ended. So yeah. What's your thoughts on LS Mark? What is that exactly? My favorite episode on Robocar Polly is Hecky's birthday. Ah, yes, Robocar Polly, the show I've never frickin' heard of. Do you watch gameplay videos, and what genre of YouTube videos is your favorite? Oh, wow. I'm not really too familiar with like different genres and stuff. I'm more like into animation and game shows and stuff, but um really I like watching gameplay videos from like Markiplier and PewDiePie every now and again. Jacksepticeye. Um Yummy Mash, I don't watch too much of him. And, viewers like that. But I would say my favorite is Markiplier. He's so freaking cool and hilarious. Personally, my favorite genre are gameplay videos. I just find them so relaxing. Wonder Pet moved it for whatever reason, which was stupid. Well, I've never heard of him. South Park and Sesame Street should also end. I agree. I don't know how South Park's doing, but a lot of people think the show's funny in 2026. I believe the animation style is still the same, aside from the first season. From what I'm like seeing from certain like videos, they say that the like animation is like extremely like what is it, cheap, dated? I don't know. It just looks so bad, kinda. I've seen the new episodes on Fox on Sunday, not too long ago, and they still treat Meg like garbage. See, Family Guy, this is why I don't like you. You keep treating Meg like garbage. I hate it. Why do people like that? Like, and if you don't know, Family Guy makes so many offensive jokes. Like, they make fun of those guys with the hats and the beards. They make fun of 9/11. Like, who thinks that's funny? Like that tragedy was horrible. Why would you laugh at like planes going down? Like, ha 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 ha, that plane went down. That's so funny. That's not funny. Like they constantly make fun of that Laden guy, in which there's actually one seriously offensive joke where they would have like Brian and Stewie would visit like some funeral area, and Brian's like, well, this is the area where if someone says they would believe Jesus as their Lord and Savior, they would stay alive. Really? Anyone? And then they would transition to the scene with Laden, and he's like, I believe Jesus, my Lord and Savior. And then he goes to heaven. That was so stupid. Oh my gosh. That was extremely offensive. Like he does not deserve heaven. He's done so many bad things back then that he does not deserve freedom. Oh, not to mention they also make fun of that German guy too. Yeah, Family Guy, not good. Not good. I'm neutral to South Park because sometimes they're too much and sometimes they're funny. Well, one of the best South Park jokes is with Eric saying, "No, look, you can stay over. Yeah, I'm going over. Yeah. No, 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 no. You yeah, me yeah. Screw you guys. I'm going home." That's classic. All Yo Gabba Gabba seasons are on Apple TV. Interesting. What are your thoughts on Michael Whelan? Now, people are saying he's bad for focusing on adult stuff only, but I'm gonna be real. I don't think he's bad. Like, at least he understands adults are watching. Like, I feel like people don't understand that adults are watching TV only. Like, guys, kids are on their tablets and going on streaming. They're not gonna watch cable, so it makes sense for him to focus on adult content. Even though I don't like how he's making Adult Swim last more than Cartoon Network. I don't like that, but everything else is okay. I also used to watch Teo the Little Bus and some other shows. Have you ever seen Think Noodles? He's a gameplay YouTuber which I watch that uses and emojis as himself. No, I have not. Yeah, I lost interest in Family Guy and The Simpsons. The Simpsons is especially boring now. I can handle your opinion. Yeah, I'm glad that I wasn't born on in 2001, 9/11, because it could have gone crazy. I wasn't even born around then either. Like, um, yeah. Anyone that was born around that time, I honestly feel bad for us because it's like even if you live in New York or not, you would hear lots of crashes, explosions, people screaming. It'd be terrible. So I'm really happy I was not born around that time. I was born 1 year and a couple months later. I was born in 2006. Even the creator of Family Guy feels the show should have ended after season 7 or 8. Since we're on the topic of this, I think you guys know this by now, but Family Guy was only supposed to have 2 seasons because when the show ended around 2000, before Adult Swim revived it, Seth MacFarlane actually caught a plane, was supposed to catch a plane, but it wasn't. He didn't notice it was the plane that would have went down and stuff. So basically, he missed that plane, and he ended up still being alive. Like if he passed away, Family Guy would have never returned. So I guess you could say that was a close call right there. I knew Plex Piano. Wow, I didn't know that. What do you think is the most cruel moment in any cartoon? Oh, that's hard. I don't think I can answer that. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Classic Simpsons is the best. My friend thinks after the movie it fell off. Well, the same can go for SpongeBob. I guess you could say Thomas as well, but after Thomas and the Magic Railroad, it was good for like another 2 more seasons, and then it fell off. So glad it didn't get born until a decade later. Huh, yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so we're really going off time here, so I'm gonna get started with this. Okay, so it's been such a long time since I've done a commentary, and I know people weren't really suggesting videos for me to react to, so I think I'm just gonna stick with this one. Now I have to warn you here, the beginning of this video is fairly different from other ones. So this is the PBS Kids video. Of course, Thomas is included. So just for like shoots and giggles, I decided to like sing one of the Thomas songs, which has to be which is the engine roll call one. And then like after that, of course, I wasn't paying attention. I would um like look at the camera and say hi guys and all that. So That's just a little heads up warning, so you'll see what I mean here. So let's go.
They're two, they're four, they're six, they're eight, shunting trucks and hauling freight, red and green and brown and blue. They're a really useful group.
Okay, so it's been such a long time since I watched this. I did not know that was the tone of voice I would have used.
All with different roles to play, in with sheds or far away, down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends. Oh,
Okay, I would be okay if you guys call that cringe. I know. I made some really cringe videos back then. But you have to understand, that was me in the past and I'm different now. Let's just stop talking about that and let's just move on, all right? So, continuing.
oh, sorry, I didn't see either. I was like listening to my favorite theme because guess what? To all you little kids out there, I got a shirt. Yeah, right.
Now, unfortunately, I actually did get rid of it because I don't like the CGI Thomas. I only like the model ones. So, yeah. And you guys are probably thinking, "Oh, well, if you don't like that, why'd you get it?" Apparently, it was a gift and my family didn't know I only liked the model version. So, yeah, that's all I can say. So, interesting intro. So, let's continue.
Girlfriend, if you're watching this, sorry about this. This is for the kids. Anyways,
What? Okay, no, I'm not going to say much about that. I'm just going to question that by saying what? That's it. I'm not going in great detail for that.
yeah, I am back once again to review PBS Kids, the Adult Swim shows I did last video. So now I'm gonna be doing PBS Kids. What else? So now I think I'll just spend like 15 seconds on each one because yeah, with my favorite one I'll spend 30. So yeah.
Well, judging by the intro, you could definitely tell what the best one will be. Oh, gee, I hope it's not Thomas. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Here we go. Here we're starting off with 3-2-1 Contact. I haven't seen much of the show, but all I can say is that the show sucks, alright? I really don't like it. Next up.
3-2-1 Contact. Okay, so once again, just like with the Nick Jr. and Noggin ones, after the review from back then, I'm gonna tell you my opinion now. 3-2-1 Contact I've never seen, ever. So I would say I have no opinion. But the title card for the show actually looks pretty cool. I'll give it that.
We got Angelina Ballerina. The show is gay. You know why? Well, the cartoon animation I don't really mind that much, but the CGI is awful. It's terrible. I hate it when CGI ruins classic shows. That will happen a lot in the series. So next up we got.
Yeah, I would agree, but this show's not gay. I have seen some episodes and it's just not my cup of tea. Like, Angelina is just a pretty boring show. But according to Lego Lover 117, there are some Thomas voice actors like Robert Rackstraw or whatever his name is. Rob Rackstraw. Yeah. Yeah, so I still don't like the show, but I still agree that the old ones are better than the new ones. I think we can all say that for any show in particular.
Anne of Green Gables. And I know what you're. It's not the anime version. It's the original cartoon version, which I can't find episodes on YouTube. Come on, guys, help us out. But I don't really like the show. Next up we got.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that because back then I only could find the anime episodes and not the original PBS Kids series. But I honestly don't know if people have done that. Most likely not because of copyright, but if they ever did and I actually found episodes, I think I would think it's okay. Like, the animation's not that bad and it has like an interesting like feel to it. So yeah, I guess I would say it's okay.
Bali. More like Caldy because this show's awful. Alright, Bali's just a stupid cat or mouse, whatever the frick he is. I don't care if I get these wrong. I just hate these shows. Alright, next up we got.
I actually never seen Bali, so no opinion.
I hate Barney, alright? Barney sucks. Screw Barney.
Oh my gosh, what even was that? Okay. Yeah, Barney. I think we all hate Barney, but my opinion, the first two seasons are actually pretty good because I had memorable some memorable feelings watching them. But after that, after like when BJ and Riff came in, oh my gosh, the show was ruined. I didn't like season 3, and the rest of the show, no, I kind of despise. Though I will admit, at least Bob West was still there. Bob West, I like. He is the cool guy. In fact, he was actually friends with the guy that voiced Courage the Cowardly Dog, Marty Grapstein. I think he also knows Kathleen Hurless, the voice of Dora the Explorer. So, yeah, that was kind of. So I don't mind the voice actor, and I don't mind the first 2 seasons, but the rest of the show I do not like.
Alright, Bob the Builder has 4 shows, so 40 seconds for Bob the Builder. Here we go. Old Bob the Builder. I like the old Bob the Builder. The animation's good, you know, the characters are cool, and everything else is just good.
Wow, I actually said I liked it? Well, knowing me, I thought I'd say, like, well, this show sucks, but the animation's cool. In which, to this day, yeah, I'll still say I like the old Bob the Builder. It is cool. I do like the animation. Like, anything with stop motion would always be good and just terrific, in a sense, because it takes so much time to do, and if you do it right, then it's a good show. So I don't mind the old Bob the Builder. It's cool with me.
Next up, we got Bob the Builder Project Build It. Now this, as I heard from good old James A. Williams, he thought this was a spin-off series, but it's not, because it's used with the same exact animation style. So, yeah. I kind of like it. Now moving on to the...
Yeah. Kind of funny how I mentioned James A. Williams. He is a good YouTuber. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, Project Build It is okay. It's probably just as good as the original. It's the same animation style, but it's a little bit brighter. And it's like one big mission just in like a few seasons. So, yeah, it's cool with me also.
Terrible Bob the Builder. Ready, Steady, This is a spin-off because they use CGI animation. But I would actually give them credit because it kind of looks like stop motion. So I'll give it a bit of credit. But
Yeah, it kind of does, but at the same time, though, they move differently, and it's animated differently. Honestly, it's mediocre. All right, at least it's not the reboot, which is even worse.
New Bob the Builder, the reboot, it's terrible. All right.
Do you really have to do that on camera?
Reboot's terrible. Next up, we got the Berenstein Bears. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the Berenstein Bears, but I know back in the day, I really loved the books. But now, I just don't like it, alright? If you like them, that's fine, but to me, I'm just not a big fan of those.
Yeah, that still holds up. That's still true. I did remember the books from back then, and, yeah, the show itself is alright. I do like the intro. Somewhere deep in Bear Country lives Berenstein Bears family tree. Yeah, that Berenstein Bears family. Yeah, that's classic. The show itself, it's okay. At least I remember it from PBS Kids Sprout, which is nostalgic.
Next up, we got the Big Comfy Couch. What more can I say? I don't like this show. Next up,
I never even seen the Big Comfy Couch, so I have no opinion.
we got Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I love this show so much. Okay, next.
That was a good touch right there. That was parodying one of the pictures that Bill would do. Bill Nye's classic. I don't know anyone that doesn't like the show, but it's nostalgic. I remembered saying that the show was boring at first, but after looking back at it, it's not boring at all. Like, it's really educational and very entertaining. Plus, the intro still slaps so many years later.
Next up, we got. This show's crazy. I'm so glad Cole Martin or Cole Series Studios hates the show. Good. This show sucks. Screw this show.
I agree to everything I said. Like, based on what my friend Cole says, he thinks Booba are like mutated slushies. And they came from 7-Eleven, which is so accurate. So yeah, frick Booba.
Next up, we got. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. A neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor.
Honestly, I'm surprised I was able to remember the whole intro, and it is one of the best intros, actually. So calm, so relaxing, and Mr. Rogers isn't talking down to children like how Dora the Explorer or, I guess, Diego would. So yeah, I like it.
Just like you, I want to live in the neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine, would you be mine, won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I apologize for that. I just love this show. This show's great.
And yeah, I'm honestly surprised. I would say it's great. Like, I thought I would say it's boring, but no. Personally, I don't think it's great, but it's not bad either. I mean, Mr. Rogers, he's a nice fellow, and again, he's not talking down to children. Plus, I don't think you guys knew, but he actually made a small episode or clip crossover with Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm not joking. When they did the balloon and like what is it called? Baking powder or whatever. Yeah, they would actually baking soda. Yeah, they would put those together. That was based off based off of like a Bill Nye episode where he would do that. I forgot which one that was called, but I did recall him doing that. I don't know why they did that, but I guess they just wanted a cool experiment to show to kids that haven't watched Bill Nye. And I believe Bill Nye was on the same channel as Mr. Rogers. I remember it was like on Noggin, and it was also on it was actually on MeTV back then, like around 2016. I remember watching that. That was really cool. But yeah, overall, this show is okay. I don't mind it.
Okay, even though it's kind of weird, it's so good. Next up, we got Dragon Tales. This show sucks. The end.
I don't hate Dragon Tales. I think it's okay. Like, the theme is catchy. Dragon Tales, come on now, it's Dragon Tales. Ah, yes. That is a PBS Kids classic. So I'll say it's okay. And I did have some fond memories watching it.
Next up, we got the Electric Company, old and new. The old Electric Company was awesome, but the new Electric Company sucks, alright? Screw it.
I agree with both of those opinions.
Sesame Street. The show sucks. What more can I say? Frick Sesame Street. Worst kid show ever.
I already mentioned this in my Noggin video, but just to put it simple, I'm just not a fan of Sesame Street.
Next up, we got Fetch with Rough Rough Man, which I heard from that network that's kind of like a Moose and Sea ripoff. Yeah, Moose and Sea are better than this. Fetch with Rough Rough Man.
This is not that bad, but I don't watch it too often. I did hear it was like a mix of live action and animation, much like with Blue's Clues, but I didn't know it was like a game show, so maybe I would need to watch it. The show looks interesting, so I guess I'm cool with it. It's okay.
Next up, we got It's a Big, Big World. I've barely heard of the show, nor even seen it, so all I can say, it sucks. Moving on.
It's a Big, Big World. I haven't even seen that, so I have no opinion.
JJ the Jet Plane, which is an even more creepier version of CGI Thomas and Friends, which, even though I hate the CGI version of Thomas, at least it's a bit better, slightly better than JJ the Jet Plane. The show's creepy. Next up,
I do agree with that statement. Also, I don't think anyone knows, but the older versions of JJ the Jet Plane was actually used with models, much like with Thomas, except JJ was a brown plane instead of a blue plane. And yeah, it was just done entirely with models. That's crazy if you think about it. I guess the same thing can go for Noddy. Like, there was Noddy's Toyland Adventures, I think. That was in stop motion. And then you have Make Way for Noddy, which was CGI. But, no, wait. I don't know if that was the newer one or the classic one. I don't know. I'm not too big of a Noddy fan. I know JG Films would know much about this than me, but yeah. Overall, I don't like JJ the Jet Plane. It is creepy. And people say Thomas is creepy. Guys, Thomas is not creepy. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, the faces could be a little bit like scary sometimes, but Thomas the Tank Engine is not creepy. I don't know what these people are talking about. JJ the Jet Plane is really creepy. Thomas isn't. Oh, JB Films. Yeah, I apologize. You haven't been in the stream for so long, or you haven't been typing much comments, so I couldn't really know it right. But yeah, I think you would know more about the Noddy stuff. But yeah, bottom line here, JJ the Jet Plane sucks.
got the Magic School Bus. Now, I used to like it as a kid because I watched it at school, but nowadays, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not saying it's bad. I can tell how educational it is. I just don't really like it. Moving.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention to this, so I'm going to have to redo it.
I used to like it as a kid because I watched it at school, but nowadays, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not saying it's.
Oh, the Magic School. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I can't even listen properly. I'm not deaf, guys. It's just I can't really listen sometimes.
It's bad. I can tell how educational it is. I just don't really like it.
I don't mind the Magic School Bus. Like, the intro is catchy as well. Stepping on the sound wave, screaming to the stars. The Magic School Bus, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. It could be a little boring at times, but it's not that bad of a show. I do think Bill Nye is better, though.
Moving on, the Naughty franchise. The old Naughty was pretty good, like the original. The Naughty's Toyland Adventures was decent, but the new Naughty is really horrible. Again, with the CGI destroying the show. Next we got.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to talk much about Naughty again, but I will just agree with those statements.
Maya and Miguel. I've barely seen it, so I got nothing to say about it. I just hate it. Reading
Okay.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Next we got Maya and Miguel. I've barely seen it, so I got nothing to say about it.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I didn't say it sucked. Because knowing me, I'd be like, well, I've never seen the show, but I know it sucks. Yeah, that was basically me back then in a nutshell. I would still say that I would still agree with that statement, though.
I just hate it. Reading Rainbow. I can go anywhere. I actually like the show. You know, it's okay. I'll give it credit. It's fine. Next up.
Wow, there are some really surprising things in this video. Like, I haven't seen these videos for a while, nor do I remember what I said about them, but I said Reading Rainbow was good? But actually, I haven't really watched much of the show. The only things I've seen of it are the theme song, and I guess Lamar Burton, but that's it. I wouldn't say I like it. I guess it's mediocre. Like, yeah, the intro's fine, but it could be kind of boring at times, honestly. Plus, fun fact, one of the SpongeBob voice actors was actually on the show. The guy that voiced Barnacle Boy, Tim Conway. I'm not joking. He was actually on the show. Nope.
We got Rosie and Jim and Brum. This show is just bad. Next.
I agree. I haven't seen it, but I've seen how the puppets look in stop motion. Brum is kind of okay, but he's kind of a cool vehicle, but yeah, I'm not interested in the show, so no opinion.
We got Ripper and Robert's Wonder World. Now, if you guys haven't seen this episode paired up with Blue's Clues,
in which that video is gone now, so sadly.
Say that this is a spin-off of Blue's Clues, and I thought it was like Leapfrog, but I was wrong. But I hate the show. Blue's Clues is way better than this.
Yeah. I honestly did think it was like Leapfrog because Ripper did look like one of the characters.
And James Bondy can just go to heck for all I care. Next up, we got...
Okay, that was too far. I really don't know why I would say that sort of stuff. I was such a bad kid back then, honestly. But anyways, yeah. Fun fact, on that video, and I'm not joking when I say this, but some guy whose name is James Bondy actually watched that video, commented on it, and then chose his show. Now, knowing most of these people on YouTube, when they would have names of very popular celebrities and the same icon as them, they would pretty much be characters, they would pretty much be users pretending to be those people. But I'm not sure if this was the real guy or not. Judging by those things, I think it was, but I'm not too sure. But again, I just don't really like people pretending to be cartoon characters. Like, why can't you just be yourself? Like, you can like the show, just don't be them. It's just like that Superman guy on Dylan Thomas and some Wally fans channel, and Bubba's as well. Like, you can like Superman, but don't pretend to be him. Like, that's kind of stupid.
So move aside, McWay, for Fireman Sam, cause it's gonna save the day. Fireman Sam does legs below. Sam is a hero next door. The first 4 seasons of the show is okay.
That's actually not how the theme goes. It goes, so move aside and make way for Fireman Sam, 'cause he's gonna save the day. Fireman Sam, 'cause he's brave to the core. Sam is a hero next door.
The 5th season is freaking awesome, but the other seasons, they suck. Next up, we got
I agree to that. I still agree with that statement. The stop motion seasons are awesome, but the CGI seasons suck. So freaking agree to that. Plus the intro, the old intro slaps to this day. Still slaps to this day.
Postman Pat. Postman Pat. Postman Pat. Postman Pat and his black and white cat. The first 2 seasons of the show was actually decent. Seasons 3 through 5, they're bad, but not so bad. But the other seasons, including the movie, they sucked. But I hear James A. Williams say that the first 10 minutes of the film was okay. It was decent, but it felt like the first 2 seasons. But the rest of the movie just was bad. I agree with you, James A. Williams. He deserves a pat in the back as well. Next up.
Yeah, I don't really watch Postman Pat too often, but I will agree to that. Also, it's crazy how that's one of the only shows that still use stop motion. Yeah, sure, they use animation in areas, but they still use stop motion, which, yeah, that's crazy. When is there a show that's besides Robot Chicken that starts with that starts with stop motion and then they still continue with stop motion? Like stop motion props are highly expensive now, which is why shows like Thomas and Friends, Fireman Sam, Bob the Builder, and shows like that stop using their props and they would just stick to animation. I just find that pretty crazy. Like, and what makes it even more crazier is that Robot Chicken made a Thomas and Friends sketch in 2012. And yeah, it was much like with the models. Honestly, if it wasn't expensive, they could have continued. Like, maybe if animations and models weren't expensive around 2008, they would continue it like that, even though season 12's animation's pretty bad. But I mean, Robot Chicken, when they did their version, Blow Some Steam, it was kind of like season 12, only except a lot better. And they would have them cuss and stuff, so yeah, pretty funny. But yeah, Postman Pat, it's alright with me. I haven't really seen much, but the animation's great. At least for the first couple seasons, so I approve.
Is Sagwa the Chinese Siamese cat? I haven't heard of the show and I haven't seen it, so I would say it sucks. Moving on.
I don't know what I was referencing there, but that was pretty funny. Oh, I think it was Dunot's video. I haven't seen Sagwa, but I've heard people talk good things about it. I don't think it's a show for me, but it honestly doesn't seem that bad because the animation style and Sagwa being kind of a nice character. So I would say it's mediocre, but also I'll even say I have no opinion.
Shining Time Station. Now this is a good show because not only they have live action segments, they also show my good friend. We're gonna get to him in a sec. But I like this show. Nick Network. If you're watching this, I respect your opinion. All right, I like the show.
I'm honestly surprised he doesn't like Shining Time Station, but yeah, the fact that I actually liked it back then, even though I haven't really seen much aside from it being referenced in the movie, is crazy. And I have watched some episodes, and I still think my opinion still stands. It could get boring from time to time because they're mostly in the station for a majority of the episode, but the show itself is okay. I don't mind it, yeah. And besides, both Ringo Starr and George Carlin are in the show. Ringo Starr's in the first season, and George Carlin is in seasons 2 through 4. And of course, Mr. Conductor's Tall Tales, so yeah, it's alright with me. I think it's a decent show.
Really? Do I have to talk about this next one? Seriously? Seriously. You guys should all know my opinion on this next one. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. You should know my opinions. But if you guys are just so freaking dumb and not using ears, I'll tell you.
Okay, that was too far. Don't say that stuff on here, because that's when the haters would come in and be like, oh, you're calling me dumb, screw you.
First 5 seasons of this show are freaking amazing. Season 6 is great. Season 7's pretty good. Season 8, Season 6, Season 7, 8, it's good. Season 9 and 10, you guys probably hate it, but in my opinion, I kind of like it because the models are good, you know. Thomas isn't really that dumb and brain dead. Season 11's good, but not really that good. Season 12's mediocre. Season 13 through 16 freaking suck. Season 17 through 20, they're actually improving. I mean, some old characters come back. I know there's some new characters we get, but they're not bad characters. Not like Dash Dash and Ferdinand. Oh, we got great characters. We're the best characters in CGI Thomas. That's fine. Like that's wrong, butthole. Anyways, those seasons are actually decent, but season 21, I guess it's okay, but seasons 22 and onward is just terrible. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, I would still agree with all those things I said. Seasons 1 through 7 are good. Seasons 8 through 11 are honestly decent, even though they were getting hated by fans. Season 12's okay. The animation's kind of creepy, but I mean, they brought back old characters like Duck, Oliver, Toad, Donald, Douglas. I'm not joking. They actually did that. And seasons 16 suck. Also, seasons 22 through 24. All Engines Go sucks. And then, of course, season 17 through 20, they're okay. So I still stand with the opinion.
Next up, we got Timothy. Timothy Goes to School. I've barely seen the show, so I really don't care about it.
I've never seen that, so I have no opinion.
Next is Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Now, this is not the Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, because that's a cartoon, and that show sucks. But this show, I've seen it. My dad made me see this show, and it's actually cool, all right? It's a good show. Much like Brain Search, it's just good.
Yeah, it is like Brain Surge, actually. We're gonna get to the second part in a bit. Of course, this was actually back around the time when I wasn't really a big fan of game shows, but now that I am, well, I haven't really watched much of it. I do watch it from time to time. It's okay. It's a good show. And it is like Brain Surge again. Except them learning about random puzzles and stuffs. They're just learning about countries around the world. Kind of funny how certain game shows could be educational for you, but not like game shows where you have to choose briefcases to get $1 million, or game shows where you have to answer questions and then move from different numbers, or game shows where you have to cross a bridge and win some money. You know, stuff like that.
And this show tries to be like Brain Surge, but not really. So, moving on. We got Wishbone. I've barely seen this show before, but it involves a real life dog, and I don't think he's animated. I don't think the dog's animated. So I would say the show is fine. I don't really like it, but it's just fine. Next up, we got Zaboomafoo. Now this.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Bubba's comment because I really hope he wasn't really saying that. Yeah, I know, Cameron, you're saying hi. This is okay, it is a joke. I'm sorry I didn't see that.
Wishbone. I've barely seen this show before, but it involves a real life dog, and I don't think he's animated. I don't think the dog's animated. So I would say the show is fine. I don't really like it, but it's just fine.
I haven't seen Wishbone, so I have no opinion.
Next up, we got Zaboomafoo. Now this is a childhood classic because this involves the Krat brothers. And you know, I know there's a talking lemur and he's crazy. But I kind of grown up with the show as a child, but I kind of lost interest in it. So I would say it's all right with me. All right, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just all right. All right. Next up, we got.
Yeah, I would still prove my point. Zaboomafoo is kind of a classic. It is boring from time to time, but I do remember it from my childhood. That is no lie.
The worst PBS Kids show ever. Caillou. Screw this show. This show sucks. Worst show ever. You're worse than than Sesame Street, which at least that's educational, but this show is not. Alex.
Okay, I really want to show that because that was in the way. So let's redo it.
Hey, you. Screw this show. This show sucks. Worst show ever. Even worse than Sesame Street, which at least that's educational, but this show is not. Alex Carlkin, if you're watching this, I respect your opinion, but the PBS Kids Caillou sucks. The Grown Anime Caillou, I like better, alright?
Wait, that Alex Culkin? Oh yeah, that was the guy that used to check me out back then. But as I heard, he left because he wanted to have a life or something. But yeah, he was nostalgic. He actually used to know one of my friends, Aaron, and he even made videos out of Devious Diesel and Diesel 10 from Thomas and Friends, and they were ridiculous, but at the same time they're funny. Devious Diesel and Diesel 10, how dare you do this? You are grounded. It just shows him playing with those little trains or engines. And I think he would have a Sir Topham hat like figure or something. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I thought I mentioned Alex Kimball, not Culkin. But yeah. Caillou, you already know. I freaking hate the show with a passion. And I definitely prefer the Goanimate one. And speaking of Goanimate, whoa. Caillou, how dare you suck? That's it. You're grounded for life. Go to your room now. that Caillou gets grounded thing's becoming like popular online for some reason on surface around social media, and I like that. It's so nostalgic in a sense, so it deserves to be popular.
Next up, we got Clifford. Now this show and Arthur. This show is just, I don't really like it all that much. Arthur is just, I don't really mind Arthur. It's fine, I guess. But Curious George.
Okay, that was like a threefer. Okay, Clifford is all right. It's not good. It's not bad. It's okay. Arthur's kind of a classic. And then Curious George coming up.
Curious George, FDW, Arthur, FDL. If you're watching this, I respect your opinion because I don't like this show, alright? I think it sucks.
I don't think it really sucks so much. I did hear it has a narrator, but unlike like Peppa Pig, where it's like, oh dear, Curious George doesn't look sad, doesn't look happy. We can see that he's actually giving us helpful advice to further illustrate the scene, which is nice. At least the Thomas narrators aren't like that, as well, or yeah, like the Peppa Pig narrators. But anyways, this show is okay. I remember it. It's not terrible. I would just say it's okay. It's kind of a classic, also.
Next up, we got Super Y, which here's a stupid thing I found out. You remember the guys who created Blue's Clues, which is a good show, you know, Wendy Harris, Tracy Page Johnson, Alice Whittler, Dave Palmer, and all those guys, Angela Seed Centromero? They made this show. I know I said this in a past video, but great guys that made a good show, Blue's Clues, just stuck their brains together and made a bad show. Come on, guys. You guys already made a good show, and yet you just decide to stick your noggins together and decide to be brain dead? Why? You're already good in Blue's Clues, but not this? Guys, Blue's Clues is better than this. I'm sorry. Screw this show. Next up, we got...
I actually, do still hate Super Y. But I don't think Todd Kessler and Angela C. Santamiro made the show. I remembered Wendy Harris and that other person made it, but not those. I remember Angela C. Santamiro also made Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and I think that show is going to be in here as well. But yeah, Super Y, not good. I don't like it.
Word Girl. What more can I say? Awful show. Next up,
I never seen the show, and I think some people actually like it, in which I do opinion handled, but it's just not my cup of tea.
got Word World. This show also sucks. That's all I can say. The characters are dumb. I agree with Michael, the Beyond guy. This show sucks. Next up, we got...
Not only he said it sucked, but Brendan Barney also sucked, in which I haven't seen it, but it just looks stupid from what I've been looking at, so I would agree with that.
Martha Speaks. Some of you guys like this show, but in my opinion, I hate it. Respect my opinion.
It's handle your opinion, not respect. Oh my god, do we have to keep going over this? But yeah, I've never seen this also, but judging by the plot of it, the dog that eats the cereal box or cereal letters, no. That's how you make it talk? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree. I don't like this show.
Next up, we got Wild Kratts. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I like this show only if it's live action. The cartoon animation sucks. I hate how those guys turn to cartoon things. And much like the Chica show, which I think it's on here. No, I didn't add it on here. The Chica show is bad. I hate it when characters are like, okay, so let's go on an adventure. And don't worry, kids, we're not going to be animated or anything. We're just going to be live action. Oh my gosh. I hate it when they make shows, when they turn live action into cartoon, they're like, okay, so nothing's going to happen to us, so we're fine. That is stupid. But this show, I only like it for its live action parts. The cartoon animation is horrible. So I would just say it's mediocre. I would just watch it for the live action stuff because I'm gonna be honest. It's actually entertaining, but the cartoon is not. Not something I would eat in front of. Next up,
Okay, yeah. So this is kind of like a double bill of shows. So I agree with Wild Kratts. Like, I still agree with what I said. Like, I still don't like it when they turn animated for no reason. The Chico show does the exact same thing, but then again, the Chico show is actually kind of okay. Like, Kelly and Chica from the Sunny Side Up show are in it. And Chica is kind of I don't think she's a baby character, so I don't care. Chica's actually a cute character, honestly. I know her squeaking does get annoying every now and again, but it's like, I mean, her squeaks are fine. Or I can't do a good squeak sound effect, but yeah, I do think Blue's barking is a lot better and a lot more easier on the ears. But yeah, Chica, yeah, she's just okay. But the Chica show itself is fine. I just don't like those animated segments. And it's funny coming out of me because this is back around the time when I actually liked animation more than live action. Well, minusing Thomas, of course, but yeah. And the fact that I said it's not something I would eat in front. Yeah, that's still true. I don't think I want to say this here, but I think I should. When it comes to certain animation, like when characters have pupils or something like that, those little white things in their eyes, I just don't like eating in front of that. With the exception of like Plotagon and Jimmy Neutron, but aside from that, no. But yeah, that I would just agree to this. Yeah, that is nostalgic. I agree. Like all the things from from PBS Kid Sprout, they just bring back memories. It just really makes me wonder why they got rid of him a long time back. That was not good thinking. And the fact that Universal Kids turned bad and got shut down like a decade later, that was just horrible thinking.
Sid the Science Kid. What more can I say? Terrible ripoff of Bill Nye the Science Guy, which that show's way better than this. Screw this. Screw Sid the Science Kid.
Yo.
Next up,
Yeah, I agree. I don't like Sid the Science Kid. Bill Nye is a way better show. Plus, the animation in the show is god awful. Like the way the characters move, it's like, yeah, we're having fun. We're going fast here. No, you're not going fast. You're going slow. God, I hate the animation in the show. It looks so bad and terrible. Okay, I have to quote Gordon, James, and Henry again. It looks disgraceful, disgusting, despicable.
we got Cyber Chase. Some of you actually like the show. Heck, even Rashad the Reactor. But to me, or Rashad Squad. To me, I don't like this show. Respect my opinion. Next up,
Yeah, I would agree to that, but I do like the whole aesthetic of the show. It does look exciting, like people, like characters going in the internet trying to stop a villain. And I don't know if it's educational or not. It could be. But yeah. I don't really like the animation, but the show itself is fine. It's okay.
we got Dinosaur Train. This is like a mix of Jurassic Park and Thomas the Tank Engine. Two good things. But this takes a humongous dump on them. Screw this show.
I don't like Dinosaur Train. I agree to that.
Next up, we got The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. The original Cat in the Hat books were actually okay, but this show just takes the cake for the worst Cat in the Hat show ever. And I agree with SpongeBob and Blue's Clues Rules Day 2001 because he said, I really hate that show because it is a ripoff to The Cat in the Hat. You are totally right, man. You also deserve a pat on the back. Good job, man. But seriously, this show sucks. Next up,
I've never seen The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. The animation looks fine, but it's just something I'm not interested in. Plus, the books, despite how silly and like childish they are nostalgic. Like I still remember reading the first one with my family. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine how much I love that book. Also, Green Eggs and Ham is another classic. Oh my gosh. I guess One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish is another good one. And, stuff like that. But yeah. Good books. Good Dr. Seuss books, but bad show.
we got Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
There it is.
No, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is way better than this. That show's classic, but this show classic in the slightest. Screw the show.
Yeah, but the only good thing I'll say about it is that one of the creators from Blue's Clues is in here. Plus, she actually does know about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which is why, one, she made Daniel Tiger, and two, that they made the Our Neighborhood Festival episode from Blue's Clues. It was supposed to be like a nice tribute to Fred Rogers, who sadly passed away, I believe, a few months before that episode aired. Oh, I didn't watch the World Cup. I'm not interested in that.
Next up, we got Peg Plus Cats, which I also heard from my good friend Brendan Barney.
We're not good friends. He doesn't even know me, but I know him. Fun fact, I do comment on his channel quite a bit, but he never replies. I don't think he's a really trustworthy YouTuber, honestly.
That this show is like a ripoff of Dora the Explorer, which that show was bad enough. I agree with you, man. You also deserve a pat on the back. You 5 users I said you guys can have a pat on the back. You guys deserve a shout out. Please subscribe to me. Now,
yeah, that's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but I never seen Peg Plus Cat, so I have no opinion. But the animation style just looks terrible. Like Peg doesn't even have a freaking nose. Well, then again, Paula, which is Brendan's mom on Home Movies, doesn't have a nose either, but she looks kind of funny. But Peg, no, she doesn't look funny at all. She looks creepy.
we got Nature Cat. Oh yeah, Michael the Beyond Guy. I respect your opinion on this dude. I don't like the show. Sorry. Next up,
What is the show again?
oh yeah, Michael the Beyond
What is the show?
Pat in the back. You guys deserve a shout out. Please subscribe to me. Now we got Nature Cat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Michael the Beyond Guy. I respect your opinion on this dude. I don't like the show. Sorry.
I haven't even seen this one either, so once again, I have no opinion.
Next up, we got Pinkalicious and Peterific. This show's horrible. What more can I say? Horrible show. It's bad. Family Guy's better than this. And
Family Guy's better than that? Okay, I don't know why I'm not paying much attention to this. I apologize. I apologize if I have to keep going back, but sometimes I'm just listening to myself properly.
And Peterific. This show's horrible. One more can I say? Horrible show. It's bad.
So it was Pinkalicious and Peterific. Yeah, I don't like the show. I've seen quite a bit of it, and it just looks ugly AF, so I do not like it.
Family Guy's better than this. And last, but definitely not the least, Ready, Jet, Go. This show is awful. The CGI is terrible. Everything else is horrible. So, that's all I can say. That's it. See you in my next video. That's it. There's pretty much nothing else I can say, but I hope you guys enjoyed this mini-series. I guess I can do some game shows too. Deal or No Deal I like. Family Feud I like. Wheel of Fortune I like.
I don't really like Family Feud. Wheel of Fortune is okay, but I kind of think Celebrity Wheel of Fortune is more entertaining because they have very popular celebrities. Plus, they even have celebrities like Alfonso Ribeiro, John Michael Higgins, Brooke Burns, um, and people like that. Vanna White was on the show. Ken Jennings, and people like that.
Cash Cab's okay. You know.
I find it crazy that I'm actually mentioning game shows back then, because once again, I wasn't a fan of game shows back then. Um, I wish I can do that, but maybe I can do it in like a later schedule video. Who knows? I can give you guys my opinions on all game shows currently shown now. I think Cody Merriman would love to hear my opinions.
And yeah, that's some of my opinions. So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next video.
Yeah, it was so bad it had to be freaking cut off. Alright, so that ends off the commentaries. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait a few more minutes. I'll see if I can read as much of the chat as possible. Believe it or not, I actually seen a few game shows because my stepdad watches them. Seriously? But you said it yourself. You don't care for game shows. So, it's crazy. I'm interested to knowing what shows you watched. Pay Plus Cat I used to like, but looking back, I find the show weird now. It is. Has Life Antonio 990 ever talked to you nowadays? Nope, he doesn't, and I'm really glad for that, because he is annoying. Do you don't root for any team? No, I don't watch sports like that. I need to rewatch Blue's Clues. Yeah, no offense, but Blue's Clues is way freaking better than SpongeBob. Yeah, which is why I'm more hyped about Blue's Clues' anniversary than SpongeBob's anniversary. Did you hear that Raven and Wizards of Waverly Place are coming to Disney XD? Yes. Some people were saying that the classics blocks the classic is coming over there, and I didn't believe them until they actually gave me more information. So I'm gonna have to look online, see if that's like really true. Alex Kimball turned out to be a creep. Yeah, which is why he's getting hate now. I was obviously banned from the anime Caillou when I was younger, but never the PBS one. That's weird. I'm surprised you're doing a live stream. I have to say, you deserve a reward, but now I got my phone up to 21%. Okay, then. You forgot. Oh, Ready, Jet, Go. Okay, I've never seen the show, so I have no opinion. I saw one of them was one of those games where it was a maze and you gotta guess the letters. There was one that was themed about Pixar movies. Maze and you guess the letters. When you say guess the letters, I honestly thought of People Puzzler, but that's when you have to guess the words based off of the crossword puzzle. So that's not the wrong one. Yeah, I'm currently reading comments. There's a lot of comments you missed. Good dude. You're good, dude. I would actually rather watch a Blue's Clues episode over a season 12 SpongeBob episode. Have you seen Go Diego Go? Of course I did. Of course I do. That's it? What's it? The game show I was mentioning? Favorite lines of cartoon characters? What? Oh, so it was People Puzzler. Yeah, see, this is why I'm more of a game show fanatic than you are, because even with the description, I was able to know what show it was, because to my knowledge, there's no other show where you have to guess letters in a maze. Unless they were to make a scary maze game show, which would be absolutely horrifying, but I think Pugtime would love that because he's a horror fan. What are your favorite lines of cartoon characters? There's so many. I don't think I should name them here. Okay, it's almost 7 from where I live, so I'm just gonna have to end then. Okay, this is official. This is the longest stream, but you know what? It's been a while, and I haven't done a stream so long for a long time, so I think this is well deserved. Honest. Oh, that's gone now. I think I'll go ahead and ignore the long comments. I'll just read the short ones. I love the Angel Call song. That's nice. Not many people actually like that song. I watched a video all about the characters of Super Wings and Robocar Polly. What is that Robocar Polly show you're talking about? It doesn't sound interesting at all. I've heard of Super Wings though, I think. By the way, there's a special agent episode, Oso episode called The Living Holiday Lights. That's basically the unofficial Oso movie. Oh, so it had a quote-unquote movie? I did not know that. I'm gonna have to read those later on. High school science teacher showed my class Bill Nye and we all loved it. I mean, I bet you were jamming when the theme song was going on. Like when I was younger, when I was in like middle school, whenever the theme would come on, I would just dance like crazy. I wouldn't like stand up and do the Go Animate dance. No, I would just like I think I should just show you really quick. I would be like simple as heck dance there. Ironically, I'd never seen Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and instead saw Daniel Tiger. That's crazy. Why don't you like the CGI Thomas and Friends version? It's just not my cup of tea, and I'm not familiar with seeing the engine's faces, mouths, and eyes move. I'm just more used to seeing them roll their eyes and making like a random expression. Plus, I just don't like the animation. I'm just not a fan of the animation, period. Like, Thomas was a lot more recognizable used with the props and the models. When it used animation, it just killed its identity, pretty much. Why don't you like Sesame Street? Mainly because it's kind of boring. It's too long. It's still going to this day. And it's like, I feel like when they added in Elmo, it just ruined the show. I like the classic Thomas and Friends better, although I haven't seen the show in years. What's better, Thomas and Friends Big World, Big Adventures, or All Engines Go? I think that's what the season was called. Yeah, some people would make it short and call it Bwubba, but you got it right. It is Big World, Big Adventures. I'm gonna say Bwubba because that's a part of the main series, and they actually brought back some characters like Edward and Henry, although they weren't a part of the Steam Team anymore because they were replaced by Nia and that big yellow tissue box, pretty much, or banana. They were still in the show, so it might be bad, but it's not as bad as the animation, the All Engines Go. I never saw JJ the Jet Plane. Well, aren't you lucky? There was one time Thomas becomes an airplane. Ah, yes, that was in the episode when he was thinking about what to go in costume for the toffee apple party or whatever. That wasn't a bad episode. I remember watching the Magic School Bus at school. Same. And it played the JJ the Jet Plane theme song. Did you see that? No, I didn't. I think in kindergarten we watched it during snack time. That's cool. Sometimes I feel like Miss Frizzle is intentionally trying to kill her students. Oh my god! That is so dark, but yet so true. Like remember in those sketches like from Robot Chicken, and I guess I might as well add in Meat Cannon too. She would try to do that. Like, no wonder why people would call Miss Frizzle a crazy teacher. Okay, kids, we're gonna go down the hole. I don't think we should do that. Yeah, we're like gonna die. Well, that's the point, children. Today's lesson, we're gonna die. So let's do it. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Fireman Sam, I haven't seen that since 2011. Huh. Also, jokes on the clowns who attack. Also jokes on those clowns who attack us for not liking horror and DC. I watched Super Friends on MeTV Tunes the same day I got surgery. Okay, this is a little long, but I'm going to read it. You're calling me dumb? Boop. You. I'm leaving and unsubscribing. This is a joke, by the way. I'm not really unsubscribing and leaving. Yeah. I think Bubba is one of those only users that actually accepts the fact that I have changed now, despite me being so weird and rude in the past. So, honestly, what I gotta say is we need more users like you, Bubba. Seriously. You actually know how to handle opinions. You're actually cool no matter what I do, no matter if it's good or bad, and you're just an all-around good user. You went from a user with bad grammar and someone that I thought I didn't like to a good user that I actually think is one of my personal faves that checks out my channel. So, major appreciations there. Are you gonna read the comments you missed? Yeah. I think, like, okay, in my location, it's almost 7 o'clock, so I think I'll end it then because my phone needs to charge and my phone is getting really hot right now. Spongy updates thoughts? If you're talking about the one from Twitter, I don't mind him. He's cool. I'm ending it at 7 in my location. So this is like the longest stream on my channel, so you're welcome, guys. Have you seen any 2011 Disney Junior shows like Jake and Neverland Pirates? I've seen that. I've seen, unless you want to, well, no, we can't count Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I think that's it. I don't really recall watching much else. Do you plan on doing a commentary on your top 10 shows I find okay video? Honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I wasn't thinking about that, but if you guys want me to, I can. But it was around the time when I was weird and I was pretty much going too far with Lola. But again, if you want me to make a commentary on that next time, I can. I'm fine with that. I wish Tom Aschheim was the president of Freeform, so their varieties can improve again. Back in 2019, there was 1,000s of Christmas shows I liked shows that year. Yeah, but he can't be the president of Freeform anymore since he left, probably due to a contract. If a student on Magic School Bus does not show up to school, they become the field trip. Oh yeah, just like that one episode when Ralphie got sick and they went inside him. That actually makes sense. Yeah. One of the main reasons I had bad grammar was because I was typing on a tablet and I find it hard to get the spelling right. Oh. So it's actually not because you had autism. Well, I really don't mean to go too far with this, but I feel like when it comes to certain people having autism, not only does their grammar speeches not be good, but when they type, they end up making comments that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So for reasons like this, that's understandable. I mean, Dylan might have the same problem as well, but at least he actually tries to fix them when I say, Dylan, you're not making much sense here. You might want to fix your comment. At least he listens, so good kid. My location is almost 9. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about your bedtimes. Yeah, because we don't talk about, like, personal stuff on here on my channel, but I'm trying to make sure it ends at a good time so you guys have a good day the next day, I guess. So Miss Spider is free on YouTube and on Peacock. It's on Peacock? I remember seeing Maggie and the First Beast on Peacock, but not Miss Spider. I noticed you have an Xbox One. Don't know if that's related to the stream or not, but just realized that. Yeah, I do. I have the black one. I also have the white one in my room. I don't use this too often because, well, it's getting old and the controls don't really work too often, but over there, it's a lot newer because I got it at Dave & Buster's around 2021, and the controls and stuff still work to this day. So, yeah, that's great. All right, 5 more minutes. Personally, I find it easier to type on a keyboard. I'm typing on one right now. Oh. I also noticed that you haven't been doing much capital letters. Like when you type in a certain TV show, you just type them in lowercase letters. I'm not too familiar with that. Like when it comes to starting a sentence or a name or a certain television show, I think it's a lot more accurate if you make it have capital letters at the beginning of each word. That's what I do all the time. All the time. Yeah. Do you play on Xbox? If so, which games? Well, I play Lego City Undercover, Grand Theft Auto 5, which I got from a buddy not too long ago, and certain stuff like that. What's in those boxes? Um Oh, you're talking about these. Well, one has the kitty stuff, kitty litter, and I think that one had some shoes in there, but I think it's empty now. I also hear Yo Gabba Gabba is on Apple TV and Wonder Pets is on Apple TV. Uses the Wonder Pets part of the Wonder Pets in the City logo. Oh, really? Are you excited for GTA 6? And what do you think of Grand Theft Auto 6? I think it's crazy how they're coming out with another game like 13 or 14 years later. I never thought they would actually do that, but I know one of my friends that actually loved that game so much. Loves driving cars and running people over. He's really excited. Do you have an Xbox 360? No, I do not. I only have 2 Xbox Ones. All right, go ahead. The stream's almost about to end later anyway. I used to have it. Okay, so just to be safe, I'll go ahead and stop when it hits 3 hours and 46 minutes. I would love to go over 4, but I don't want to do that. My voice is getting tired and my phone is hot, so I'm not going to go farther. Also, I remember when Pinky Dinky Doo on HBO at a point in time. Yeah, I remember that too. Like, wasn't it weird having a Noggin show on HBO? That's insane. That's like having, like, let's see, what else would be bizarre? Maybe having, like, Blue's Clues on HBO, or how about Blue's Clues on Discovery Family? That's how bizarre it was. I didn't even leave because I find it hard to walk. Oh, you're still, you were still in that. Okay. Well, I hope. Well, just like what that NGC guy said, I wish you the best of luck. To be fair, Johnny Test was on Nick Germany. Johnny Test on Nickelodeon? Okay, that's crazy right there. We wish you the best of luck. That's right, we do. See, now that's a nice user. When something's going on, you would want to wish the person that best of luck. Okay, 2 more minutes. Then we're going to have to close. So yeah, based on what that person was saying, I think I should do a list video for my next commentary. I could do the top 10 shows I find okay, because some of my opinions actually did change. I could also do, what is it? Oh yeah, there's the, so glad that didn't turn on. I'm gonna have to go to my channel because I'm forgetting about it. There's the one with preschool shows, and then there's some other one. Oh, it was the top 5 things about school. Yeah, but I privated that one because it had every right to be privated. How many times is YouTube going to say that? I know she said hi. Okay, so we got half a minute left, so I'm just going to say thank you guys for joining. I'm getting pretty tired here, so I'm gonna have to close. But who knows? Maybe I'll actually do a stream early next month or something. I think it's possible, but we're gonna have to see what my decisions are. So I'm gonna go ahead and close off. I'm just gonna say have a good day and stay tuned for new vids. Might actually make the next episode sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, take care.